I told y'all we back with another one. 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 Ooh, ooh. We back with another one. Ooh, ooh. And wait for y'all to get on back in here. Wait for y'all to come on back in here. Mm-hmm. Come on now. Whoop, whoop. Come on now. Get on up in here. And don't forget, guys, check out Kate Kalia. Kate Talia. K. Liar. Well, hopefully she'll say her name. Check out Kalia's World. Check her out. Live and Uncensored Talk. Check her out now because she's going to speak.
And welcome to another Cataleya's World. And today
Hallelujah.
we have a special guest, one of my great friends that I hold dear to my heart, Mrs. Goddess J. We're gonna let her introduce herself, and then I'll say a little bit of commentary, and we'll get started. So go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody.
Greetings. My name is Goddess J. Like she said, I just want to thank you so much for having me on your show. I've been keeping up with you. You know the story from afar. We're gonna get into that. But who am I? Who is Goddess J? Well, just to give you a little history about myself. I'm originally from Detroit. I currently live in Houston, Texas. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a mom. I'm a health, fitness, wellness, all into that type of thing. I'm also a social worker. And so, what I do in my entrepreneurship endeavors, I'm a notary. I'm a mobile notary. I'm also an e-notary. So, if you ever need something notarized, hit me up. And
I know. I'm hit you up.
okay, I'll come to you. And I'm also a financial consultant. So I help people get their finances in order. I help them find ways to make and save money.
Okay, hold on, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna close my door because I don't know why it is. Every time I get on live, my son feels the need to be loud. So let me close the door.
No, for real. Appreciation for people. I wanted him to feel welcome. So I bought like this big gift basket that I feel, God's like this, for the community, for the betterment of our men, so, but okay, videos, them days. So like maybe 2016, I was introduced to him by another goddess, that is also my family. But yeah, I came to know him. I came to appreciate his teachings because at the time I was just, coming into coming into what I know to be consciousness. But, I don't even know if I can call it that anymore. Just so much has been happening. I'm like, oh my gosh. But let me stick to the story. So I knew him all this time. I've been following only on YouTube. I moved to Houston last year during the pandemic around April. So right smack dab in the middle of the pandemic, me and my toddler moved here after a divorce. I was married for 10 years. And so just, starting over, starting fresh. I had my career, but I also got into finances. Okay. So I also got into the notary world while I was out here and my entrepreneurship endeavors began. And so I had a pretty solid foundation here. I had my own place. I had my businesses going. Everything's flowing well. And I was on Instagram one day and I came across one of Ace Tehru's videos, I believe, or it might have been Facebook, somewhere on social media. And
Anthony, come on,
I liked the topic. I really did. I aligned with it. I thought he was a totally righteous, upstanding guy. I was like, yeah. And I wrote him. I was like, thank you for making these videos. We need more, gods like this, for the community, for the betterment of our men, so he was like, okay, word. He's a sapiosexual. We bonded over there, a couple messages. And then he told me that he was getting ready to move here to Houston. And I was like, what? I live in Houston. And so, yeah, he was like, actually, I'm coming out there to be YP's bodyguard. Do you know him? I'm like, oh my God, yeah. So at the time, I'm like super excited because I'm like, wow, shit come full circle. I never thought that I would run into him. I didn't even know he lived here in the area, actually. So, because I had kind of, fell off of following him maybe like the last couple of years. So I didn't know what was going on, but that was how we met. And so he moved here, I believe it was January of this year. And we have been locked in ever since. We've been seeing each other ever since.
Okay. So, what was it like when you first met him?
It was amazing. I feel like we connected right away. We vibe right away. When he came here, I'm a type of woman, like I really like to show my affection and appreciation for people. I wanted him to feel welcome. So I bought like this big gift basket that I filled with little goodies just to like welcome him into his new home. And, you know, he was very excited to see me. We saw each other like the first day he moved in his new place, and it was just all good. I really, I really didn't have no complaints. I felt amazing fireworks, if that kind of sums it up. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So what was the experience like? Because you know, you guys started dating and everything was cool. So when did you first like meet YP?
Oh wow, when did I meet him? I believe it was at his baby's birthday party that he had.
Oh, that's where I met you.
Yeah, we met each other there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous. I'm kind of sweating, so you might see me like dab a little bit, but yeah.
You good? You good?
Yeah, but I met him at the little baby's birthday party. You know, thought it was pretty dope. I met Golden. You know, everything was good. I bought my child there. I met you. You know, it was peaceful. I was like, all right. He was like pretty down to earth. YP is. He's like average person. You know, like I didn't find to be anything like, oh my God, extravagant. It was just, it felt normal.
So at this point, I'm gonna just let you tell your story. Just take it away.
Wow. Well, I actually wrote some notes here. Got a couple things I would like to highlight. I didn't want to forget, you know. So a couple of things I just really wanted to just get off of my chest, you know, about what's been going on, what happened. I don't want to go into like super detail, but just some things that I feel like I really wanted to highlight. And,
I think you should go into super detail, but that's what we're here for.
Oh
so
my gosh, do y'all have
I want you to be able to get it
do y'all
all
have
out.
y'all tea? Are y'all ready for the tea?
Are y'all ready for the tea? And I got all the receipts, so let me know like when you're ready for me to show whichever receipt or whatever, and I will show those too as well.
Yeah, because I just, you know, I sent you pictures and stuff just to show proof that I have been around. Like, I'm not some groupie that was just flocking and trying to clout chase. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was loyal. I was down. I was there. I was his ride or die. I was his goddess I set, as he calls it. You know, because I'm into the comedics for sure. So we aligned over that. We were spiritually bonded. This wasn't something. This picture right here is actually when we had went to Golden's birthday party for a few days on the beach. They had got a big beach resort place, and I was there for that. That's all of us together. I mean, like, I'm so hurt. I'm so hurt. And I'm just, when I called you today earlier and I was like, I'm just ready. I'm ready to tell my story because I've been in the mix and I've been quietly sitting by while these type of people, they continue to deceive through the internet, you know, because anybody can post their best images and not really tell you what's really going on. And so, and you know, so one thing I wrote down is that I really want to speak on accountability. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not here. It's not a blame thing. I take accountability for my role in it. And when I say my role, I mean like how I allowed things to unfold, even though it was been time to move on. How I continue to stay and support a person who never supported me. Mm-hmm. You know? Mm-hmm. And so I take accountability for that. And you know, but I really wanted to start where things really started going south and where people started seeing the decline of YP and what was going on behind the scenes, you know? So I, as you know, I sent you a flick of the pool party. I was there at the pool party. And I wanted to shout out to a couple of people who've been trying to, you know, dissect what's been going on. Soul Energy, I watch her on YouTube. Her content is pretty dope, sis. Like, you've been keeping me afloat for real. And my man's King World, like, for sure, your content is dope. And you really been like, giving me life through your videos, because like this shit been really hard. It's been really hard to just sit with everything, and then like, and I, these people can clearly see what's going on. I didn't even have to say nothing. You could clearly see what was going on through your content catalog. So all of y'all YouTubers, like, keep doing y'all work, because people are watching and people are inspired, and people, you know, like me, just, it was really appreciated. But I went to the pool party. So can you pull that up? I was
hold
there.
on. I'll be right back. Let me grab it. Hold on, because I didn't
No problem.
pick that one up, but I'm gonna.
I was at the pool party, and
keep talking. I'm gonna bring it up.
Huh?
Keep on talking. I'm gonna go and get it.
Okay, so YP's pool party was, as everybody know, it was all online. So I'm not disclosing nothing that wasn't really online, but you know, the pool party was crazy. People who was there could really see, like, wow, this is YP. Like, nothing really about building was going on. It was just definitely, it reminded me of like a high school party, almost kind of kickback slash, like, and you know, you got the cool girls on one side and clicked up at the pool, and then you got people over here mingling or whatever. But he had made a video after the pool party, because me and another goddess came with AC. Now, you know, let me also say we were poly. We were into poly. I'm pro poly. Well, I don't know if I am anymore after this experience. It's not my first poly experience, but you know, me and another goddess were there, and we were just shout out to that goddess. I don't want to disclose her name because I don't know if she wants to be known like that. But you know, you've seen pictures of me and her. We're sitting on the side of AC at the pool party, and you know, she just was so appalled at what was going on, because she expected so much more from YP. She, you know, was following his content over the years, and this was her first time meeting him too. So she was like, wow, this is what's going on. You know, like just groupies and freaking just drinking, lots of smoking. You know, it was nothing really spectacular about the event, I could say. But you know, I was just chilling. I was there. I was in the mix, but I had a very spiritual experience while I was there at the pool party. Something in my spirit just didn't feel right, and I didn't really know what it was. But towards the end, I was like, you know, I wasn't feeling well, and I wanted to leave. So, you know, of course, Ace had to stay. He was with her. He was there as the bodyguard. You know, he can't just leave with me. So she left with me, and we went back to the house. And, you know, she is a very spiritual woman. She's a comedic Reiki practitioner. You know, she does all kind of spiritual work, so she could feel my energy. And she was like, what's going on? And I was just like, something just not right about this, you know, about the
I don't want to cut you off.
Okay.
But can one of my admins please get One Stop for Gamers out of here? Go ahead.
What he over there saying? Talking junk?
He's just being sarcastic. I don't got time. Go ahead.
Right, but you know, she could just see him for who he truly was at that party. His energy wasn't right. He has very dark energy around him. It's not enlightening. It's not like all peace and love like he tried to portray it is. I'm speaking about YP. Okay. And so she goes on to tell me about Ace, like, it's something I write about him too. The ancestors, they're not pleased with him. Okay. And so I said, what do you mean? She said, I don't know what happened, but I'm reading everything that's going on here, and the ancestors are not pleased with him. Something happened, and he had a chance to do the right thing, and he did not do the right thing. And I'm like, you know, well, what did he do that he didn't have, to do the right thing about? And I instantly knew in my spirit that thing was Camille. Okay, as you know about Camille and Pharoach's situation, about him putting his hands on her, Ace was there when that happened. And
so did he really put his hands on her?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And Ace was like really shocked. You know, he was really expected so much more from Pharaoh. He really holds YP in a high regard. You know, like I never seen him behave in this manner. You know, and he had to pull him off of her. But I feel like in that moment where you knew that you didn't say anything, you didn't speak up for that woman. You knew what she was going through, but you protected him. That's what the ancestors not pleased about, because that was wrong. That was wrong for him to continue to work with this man, knowing that he really did those things, but he's slandering her in the public, you know, calling her all kinds of names and bees, and she trying to tear me down. They stay trying to tear black men down. Ain't nobody trying to tear the black man down, okay?
You really did those shit, bruh.
Miss me with that bullshit. Camille's finna uproot her whole fucking life and bring her son here and move with him. And it was like she said, over some juice. The baby asked for some damn juice. Pharaoh, he got home after being gone all day getting tattooed, which he's gone on this tattoo crazy binge, getting tattoos everywhere. He spends like all day. Sometimes, you know, Ace will be with him all day at the tattoo shop just for what, you know, you getting all these comedic tattoos and you got my eye on your neck. There's nothing myotic about you, YP. There's nothing myotic about you, sweetie. Okay, so kill the bullshit. Stop misleading people with the false representation of your spirituality.
Hey, truly.
Let me ask you a question though. Is it true? Now, this is what Golden Beauty said. Golden Beauty said that she had to tell AC to get Pharaoh off of Camille. Is that true?
I was not there, but from what he told me, I think it just like, you know how you shot and it take a minute to kind of respond to what's going. He was really like, oh my God, like it really went up like quickly. You know, situations escalate real quickly, and so he said that he did, you know, get him off of her and told him, hey, you was wrong for that, you know, but you still continue to work with this man knowing that he really was this abusive type energy. That's not cool.
So when did you start seeing a change? I know for me, as somebody who communicated with YP on a regular, I feel like I started to see a change around end of February.
Yes. When I really saw a change is when he broke up with Golden. That really, really devastated him tremendously. And, you know, behind the scenes, I don't care what he tried to cap about online. He was really hurt about that. And he really does, you know, care about her. But I think he tried to make it seem like, oh, Golden just doesn't want to be submissive, and Golden doesn't want to get on board with Polly. And that's where I have the problem at. No. Tell the truth about it. You wasn't trying to do Polly. You was out here whoring. Polly does not equate to being a whore. I don't know where men got that idea of, oh, well, I'm Polly. I can have you, and you, and you. No. She wanted clothes, Polly, building, Polly, and that's what Polly means to me, okay? What Polly looks like to me may not look the same for other people. There are different forms of polyamorous, polygamy, polyandry, you know. If you're not familiar with those definitions, go look them up. I ain't gonna go on to that, but, you know, it's just like, you really was more polyamorous than polygamist. You wasn't trying to take on a wives and build your nation like you're talking about. You want her to be just open and sleeping with Lolly Dolly and everybody, and that's not cool. Like, there are diseases out here. Do you even know this woman? You know, like, you're not even vetting these people for real. He's not vetting these people for real, you know. So that's where I began to see the change in him, and yeah.
Okay. What's next on your list?
Right. And so that's what that incident at the pool party where she was just, telling me something happened and ancestors was not pleased. And that was kind of like my warning, like, yo, what's going on here spiritually, because I am a very spiritual being. I'm in touch, and I pray. I do ritual, you know what I mean? Like, I went through Queen of Foolish training, Sacred Woman training, 12-week rites of passage program. Like, this shit not a game to me, you know? And I feel like it's a game to some people out here that try to manipulate you through the spirit, and that's one thing. I got this on my wall. I actually bought this recently to, just help my third eye be more open and see shit for what it really is, because some things can be very deceiving. But I just want to talk about how, also about these high value men. Let's go into the high value men.
Yes, let's talk about it.
The big topic now. Everybody's talking about the high value men. Ace came and said he was the aficionado on it. Okay, we'll give you your kudos for that.
High value man.
Excuse me?
And he is this self-proclaimed high value man.
Yes, self-proclaimed high value man, right? Let me get my tea for this. AC, you had to know this was coming. So
speak your truth.
I just, like I said, this is not to bash anything. This is my experience. If you don't align with it, that's cool. You ain't got to agree with me. That's fine. This is my perspective, my experience. And so, one thing that Ace likes to talk about in his video about the traits of a high value man is somebody who supports and builds with their woman, somebody who is a provider and who is a protector to their woman, okay? And I want to talk about how I have my goals is over here as an entrepreneur, and how he never supported me in my goals. And that was the red flag to me, how I should have known that everything was always about him. Oh, when we would talk, it would be like, me and YP, we're building this. Me and YP, this. And I Nation, this. And my book, this. And this. And one day I looked at him and I said, you never really talk us. I don't really hear that in your vocabulary. Where is us? If we're supposed to be doing this thing and building this poly.
That's because you ain't watched my last video. And you ain't seen how young Pharoach was looking at that man. Hello. You ain't see how young Pharoach kept looking at him and gazing at him like he was all in love with him. Girl, where you was at? You didn't need the 12-week course to see that. I saw that off the bat. Y'all go get these courses and stuff like that to have to see the stuff that you can really just see. Is sometimes stuff is directly in front of you. You ain't got to be deep. You ain't got to be nothing. You just got to see what's exactly in your face. And Haru, in case y'all don't understand, Haru was the bodyguard, the quote-unquote unbodyguard, who she was messing with. But Haru was young Pharoach's bodyguard. So this is Haru's ex-wife / poly wife / girlfriend, whatever they call each other. Now let's go.
Situation, where is the us, but it was never that. As you know, I'm a life insurance agent, and this is something that took place between us. I do multi-level marketing, and I'm very successful at it. I make my coins part-time in the business, and so I had asked him, do you have any life insurance? And he said no. And I'm like, well, why not? And that's a big problem in our community. And that is one of my missions and goals in life, to make sure that our people are getting properly protected. I really
have life insurance. Got it on all my kids.
Okay, thank you. That should be mandatory. That should be a mandatory expense for people, because we tired of burying people and starting GoFundMes. We tired of burying our people, and then you don't get you're not entitled to any of the assets because they didn't have a will. They didn't have a power of attorney. They didn't have, you know what I'm saying? All of these things. I'm like, so how? So if something happens to you, what's going to happen to your book? Who does that go to? Who do the royalties keep going to for your book? Who, you know what I'm saying? Do you have all of these things set up? And the answer was no. And I'm like, okay, well, shoot, let me get that set up for you. And you're helping me. I'm helping you. It's not. I'm not really getting anything out of this. Like, yes, I'm gonna make a couple coins, but really, ultimately, I want to make sure you're properly protected because that's what I do. Okay. If you're dating me, shouldn't you want to support your woman's goals? That's what you talk about in your videos. But right. No, he didn't want to get the insurance. He told me, and these were his words, that he does not feel the need to bequeath anything to his family. His family do not support him, and he does not feel the need to leave anything to them.
So what? They just gonna have to scurry to try to bury him?
They're gonna throw his ass in the water.
I can't make this shit up. I can't make this shit up.
And so if his family doesn't care about him, then what, he just gonna be cremated? And
he has a son. He has an adult son.
And he doesn't care about his son?
Him and his son not very close. They talk, but he feels distant from him, and he felt like he doesn't feel the need to leave anything to him. He's an adult.
Wow. Okay.
But he's not the only person that think like this. And let me tell y'all men out here, okay? I don't know who raised y'all niggas. And I'm saying niggas, because that's some nigga mentality, okay? I don't even like to use that word, but what the fuck? This is not okay. A good man leaves the inheritance to his children's children, okay? We're going to get biblical on y'all ass for a minute.
Regardless of anything. Regardless.
And you online talking all this shit about generational wealth. What is that?
Where's his portfolio? Does he have one? Any stocks, Lord. Joy? Any bonds? Is there anything building legacy or wealth?
No, because let me tell you. So we're going to get to this point where shit hit the fan with YP. Okay, because y'all saw what unfolded, but y'all didn't see behind the scenes everything that took place after that. Everything that took place just behind the scenes of him leaving YP. And this is not, like I said, to bash or anything. Like, for real, this is just facts.
No, you don't even got to make that disclaimer no more.
No.
At this point, you just speaking your truth.
Yeah, well, I feel like I need to do that because it's like somebody had said to me yesterday, because I told them I was thinking about doing this, and they were like, oh, well, it makes you seem bitter. How I'm bitter, and that's the problem. They try to silence women by saying shit like that. They try to silence our voice by saying, oh, if you speak up, you gonna lose friends. You a snitch, or you a whatever people try to say to discourage your voice. And I'm just over that type of energy. But so getting to the good juicy part, everybody been talking about where shit really hit the fan, where y'all seen YP go crazy. Because I'm gonna answer your question on did he have his shit together? Because real high value men have their shit together when it's a emergency, okay? When shit hits the fan, real high value men have a way to make it through said time, okay? And so that's not what took place. So, this was in August, at the end of August 27th or 26th or something like that.
I believe it was the 27th, yeah.
Yeah, YP and Ace were getting ready to take a trip to Miami, okay? So I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm over there. I come and do my goddess thing, and I made dinner that night. And, I just was like, hey, I want to see you and spend some time with you before you go on your trip with YP, whatever. So he's like, cool, come over. And I was there. I spent the night. We stayed up kind of late, chilling, whatever, politicking, what we do. And then we went to sleep. They were supposed to get up early. They had like an early flight, okay? about 6 o'clock in the morning flight.
Hey,
And so they're supposed to
Caroline.
be at the airport's an hour away from here where we stay at in the suburbs, you know. Anyway, so YP, instead of calling him, he calls him in like 30 in the morning. Maybe it's like 4:30 in the morning. He calls him and says, "Yo, Golden is in danger. Come over here. I need you to pull up on me and get the kids." Y'all may have seen this online. The video surfacing of him. He's on the phone with Ace. I'm laying right there. I'm like, what the hell is going on? What you mean? They in danger, you know? So he like, you know, at this time, him and Golden is separated. So Ace telling me, he's like, I don't feel comfortable going over there to try to pick Golden up. I don't know if she's on board. So he called her with him on the line, and she's like, okay, because he's really flipping out. He's like, you in danger. Just listen to me. You don't have to listen. You know how he go, and you know, so she's like, okay, YP, whatever, pull up and come get me or whatever. So Ace pulls up on him. He goes and gets him. Now, why he went and got him? Because YP has shipped his car to Buffalo. Remember, he took a trip to Buffalo, like right before that.
Yeah.
He shipped his fucking car to Buffalo so he could stunt in Buffalo with his car, which was stupid. So he get back here and he don't have no car. So Ace had to go get him so that he could go get Goldie or whatever. And so he goes to get Goldie. I'm like, shit, I'm about to stay right here sleep. You know, I
ain't going out there. Yeah.
Right. I'm not going with you. Go ahead and handle that. Let me know what happened when you get back, you know? So he comes back maybe like 7-something in the morning, you know. Everything's fine. He's like, everything's fine when I left. But I look online, I'm following YP's story, and I see Golden outside with the kids. So I'm like, I'm like, AC, I thought you said you left when they was good. And so I guess between the time he left and the time he got back to his place, they had an argument, and you know, she was like about to go because she got over there and realized that he was freaking tripping. She got over there and realized, you got me out the bed at old dark 30 to come over here because you tripping and you high. Because the nigga was back and acting paranoid, you know, like.
Was he high? Because when I went over there, I swear I saw a DMT book on the table. Literally.
Ace told me that he was on shrooms.
So he was on shrooms.
He was on shrooms. And he says that in his video. He's so stupid. He goes back and forth. I wasn't on shrooms. Okay, I do shrooms. You know, I only smoke a little weed. I smoke a little weed and I drink, but I don't drink, but I do a little shrooms. Like, bitch, make up your mind. What do you do?
Okay, so he definitely, we know for a fact that he definitely was on shrooms.
Yup. Yes, ma'am. He was on that shit. And so things unfold that way. Okay, so this is going into that night. I guess Golden, she went back home. Things was still like crazy, whatever. They didn't end up going to Miami because the dude, he was just online tripping, YP. So that day, I went home, you know, I left there because I had, like I said, I have a toddler and I have my businesses I'm tending to. So I'm like, all right, I guess y'all ain't going, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna check you later. And so I went home. And when later on, he called me, he's like, yo, YP is tripping. I guess something happened with a gun. Okay, so Ace let YP hold one of his guns because, as you know, YP's a felon.
Yes, tell this story. This is the story. See, this is
and everybody called
shit.
me a liar.
Yeah.
Let's
This
go.
is inside stuff
Let's
that
go.
you guys
Hello.
don't know. She knows because AC, the bodyguard, was her man.
I try to tell you guys that in a past video, when I looked at the date, they was like, no, he's not a felon no more. And I know Caroline remembers this. I said, yes, he is. Look at the date. He's still a felon. He cannot have a gun. Well, no, he's suing them to take it off his record. I said, that's not what this probation says. Now y'all see why, like, if y'all bring me proof, I'll be quiet. But when I say something, I don't waver on what I say. So let's hear what she got to say. Thank you, Caroline. Caroline.
So
Boo, I was sleeping
yes,
right
let's talk
next
about
to
that
him,
story.
listening to all them phone calls, boo. Okay, I was right there, while I was holding you down and supporting you, you wasn't supporting me and my goals, and that's the problem. So,
Hey, Josie.
yeah, he let him hold the gun. Okay, then he tells him, after he seen him tripping off the shrooms, he said, I'm gonna need the gun back. Because he's like, at this point, it's the liability.
No, that's not the part. I want to talk about the part where Pharaoh supposedly holds the gun to the girl, and AC was there.
AC was not there for that.
I thought he was there.
Thank you, baby.
No,
Thank
AC
you
went
so
there
much.
briefly.
Thank you, Josie.
Huh?
Who took the gun from Pharaoh?
Maybe this happened before he retrieved the gun from him, because he got the gun from him like at night. So I'm not sure when that happened with the girl, where he held the gun to her head and she urinated on herself.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure about what happened with that, but I just know that he went over there to get the gun, and YP didn't want to give him the gun, and he became.
Now, young Pharaoh said he saw a ghost, and the girl peed in on his couch. But in all reality, he forgot the part. I think he did held the gun to the girl's head. That's why she peed. Yeah, he was bugging out. Mm-hmm. He was that. Oh, that. Oh my goodness, Caroline, you're just too sweet to me. Thank you, my love. I would never get coffee if it wasn't for you anyway. I would never get coffee. You're the only one that look out for my coffee. I wish I could do something for you back. Thank you, love. I appreciate that. Now, let's finish hearing this. I thought it was playing. My bad. Thank you, love. Did he say an ET or an alien? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Disrespectful to Ace, and that's why Ace was pissed off, because he was like, "Oh hell no! I've been putting up with so much shit from YP. He's not about to just talk to me any kind of way." And he went over there to confront him, okay, to tell him, like man to man, like, yo, what's up? You're not gonna just talk to me any kind of way. And when he went over there, as y'all know, YP likes to vlog everything. He gets to pull it out his phone, trying to video chat. AC like, don't pull your phone out. I don't want to be on camera right now. I'm trying to, just talk to you man and then I don't want to be on camera. So he pulled the camera out. That's when AC was like, all right, I'm leaving. You're tripping right now. You're highly paranoid. You're being disrespectful. Before it escalates, let me just go ahead and go. And that was his frame of mind. It wasn't like, oh, I'm leaving you. Fuck you. It was just like, nigga, you high. I don't know what else to do to help you. I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'll see you tomorrow. And as you see on the camera, you see him walking away. That's what he's saying. I got you on camera. He's saying that on the video. He's saying, I see your cameras, because he had access to YP's cameras from his phone.
Yeah, I heard him say, I got you on camera.
I got you on camera, because he like,
far from him.
Yeah, he like, don't leave. I'm in danger. My life's in danger. My life's in danger. Like, this nigga tickled me because you the hardest dude online. I'm the hardest person. I'm the national banker. I'm the world's greatest banker. I'm the greatest banker.
Grandma.
Donate to my Cash App. Like, shut up.
Welcome.
I'm the most famous nigga ever. and you ain't about that life. You ain't hard, nigga.
Welcome.
I don't give a fuck what you talking about that buffalo shit
Thank you,
is.
darling. I
I know
appreciate
dudes
it.
that will have you for breakfast, boo. So stop playing. But you know, that's what it was. You know, so he left. Now, when he left, this what is crazy because you left without a plan. So you walked away from YP, but YP was your bag. So, meanwhile, while I was over here trying to talk to you about stocks and getting your investment set up and investing some of that money that YP was paying you, because he was paying him a very nice salary. You know.
Okay, so what was he doing with this? What was AC doing with the salary that YP was paying if he didn't listen to your financial advice because you're a financial advisor?
Exactly. So he never would sit down with me anytime I would be like, yo,
Yeah,
let's
we
look at some
live,
stocks,
Grandma.
let's look at some
Welcome,
investments.
Lisa
Oh, let's
Marie.
look at, you know, I had on my daughter's birthday, I set up a mutual fund for her third birthday. Because I'm like, instead of buying toys, she got enough toys, boo. I put $1,000 in a mutual fund for her. Like, that's gonna benefit her later down the line. I don't care about no toys, you know. So I'm just that type of person. He would say, tell me more about the mutual fund. And then when we would start talking about it more, it would, well, I'm gonna do that when I get ready. But what he was doing, his money, living expenses. Then he got that car. He got a new car, so that was a whole deal. And he does take care of his mother, which I can appreciate and respect him for. He does send his mother money every month to help her out. You know, she's elder. And he was reinvesting like back into his businesses, his book, which I know, you know, he got a book out. So he was, Lulu dropped his book. So he had to like kind of reinvest back into getting a new publisher for his book and, you know, all these other things. So, I mean, yeah, life was happening. But at the same
he was
time,
living an expensive lifestyle though.
Excuse me?
I said he was living an expensive lifestyle, going on trips and things like that.
Exactly. But my whole thing is that's all well and good. But you're on making these videos about how to be a high value man and high value man plan for a rainy day. You can't just live in now, but you too old for that. We gotta start being more responsible with our money. You know, you getting all this money and you not putting nothing up, none of it. That's the problem.
So what happened pretty much after, you know, AC leaves Pharoach's house?
So he basically did not feel safe in his own home anymore. He didn't know what YP was capable of, and YP had a key to his house, and so he basically came over here to be with me. You know, he felt safer here, and so we pretty much stayed the next couple of weeks together until he put that bounty out on AC's head, and that's when shit really changed. Holy shit! I saw a whole new side of him that. I think I'm gonna need some more tea.
I need some of that tea, shoot.
I'm gonna be right back, okay? 2 minutes, okay. Some water.
Okay, y'all. So we gonna pick
a lot of people he really lied.
Forgiving. Started back smoking cigarettes.
No.
We in the same boat, guys.
Yes, we are, and I really want to, you know, shine some light on that. This thing that happened with YP really affected a lot of people. It really affected a lot of people, and he really manipulated a lot of people. He really lied to a lot of people and made them think something that really wasn't.
Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. For real. Because I really believed him. I really believed in him.
That's a shame.
I really, I really believed in
That's a
Ace.
shame.
I just was like, no, this is not what's happening. But it really fucking happened, and I got an inside view, and I'm hoping that I come through this. I'm hoping that my story can inspire another.
Not even living that lifestyle. They're just getting paid off of it or trying to look a certain way. So that's why we're doing this. This has nothing to do with clout.
Mm, speak on it, okay? Because I really held high regard for both of these men. Let me tell you, I would anything negative somebody had to say about them, I was ready to go to war, And I just was really bamboozled. I really was tricked, and I feel I'm angry. I'm hurt. I'm I'm losing my faith. You know what I'm saying? Like I really this shit really messed me up. Like I'm having trouble sleeping. I'm having trouble eating. My appetite's all fucked up. Like this
Girl, we
shit
both in the
really.
same boat. I've been having a hard time sleeping, forgiving. Started back smoking cigarettes.
No.
Oh,
We in
I
the
get it.
same boat, Goddess J.
That's a
Yes,
damn
we
shame.
are, and I really want to, shine some light on that. This thing that
Never
happened
do
with
that.
YP really affected a lot of people. It
Mm-mm-mm.
really affected a lot of people.
That's
He
a
really
damn shame.
manipulated a lot of people. He really lied to a lot of people and made them think
Mm-mm-mm.
something that really wasn't.
Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay, for real.
I did a video before. I keep telling you guys. Why do women keep falling for these intellectual hustlers? It's like you gotta find what's missing in you. Stop looking. They only appear to be intellectual. Why are they intellectual? I do not even know. She never even said who she was. She just started the interview like bam. So I don't even know. But it's sad. Women, pick up your own book. Learn what these men learn. Stop looking into their mind, thinking their mind is your mind. Their mind is theirs, and your mind is yours. You can educate yourself. So when they do start speaking, it doesn't sound like, oh my goodness. No, you could be just as smart. Yeah, y'all got to stop running behind these hotel hustlers, man. Because they're looking for the come up as well. Which could be true too. It could be all the above. But if you were smart, you could still come up. But they don't know that. Why exactly? Don't let no man take over your mindset. And don't let no man make you lose your faith. Exactly, Glamour. Mm-hmm. You have no man have you lose your faith. These poor women is crying and suffering. Mm-mm-mm.
For real, because I really believed him. I really believed in him. I really believed in the message. I really believed in Ace. I just was like, no, this is not what's happening. But it really fucking happened, and I got an inside view, and I'm hoping that I come through this. I'm hoping that my story can inspire another young lady not to fall into these traps of people who talk real good, but they actions don't align with what they're saying. So.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, I'm like crying.
No, it's really
because you just hit a nerve for me. You know what I mean? Because yes, it has really been difficult. You know what I mean? It's been very difficult. Because me and Joy, we're kind of in the same boat. And what I mean by when you hold two people in such high regards, as I held Pharoach in very high regards, and I considered AC like a brother to me. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And he did something to me in regards to you.
let's tell that story. Let's tell that story. So, I met Leah, like I said, at the baby's birthday party. Then we saw each other again at the beach place, whatever you want to call
The
it.
beach house.
The
At,
beach house.
Golden's party.
Yes. And so we bonded instantly, our spirits were aligned. I felt like the color purple, like me and you
made
never part.
Right.
We just really clicked. And so, I told Ace that, like, hey, I like her. She's pretty dope or whatever. And he was cool with that. And then when we left the beach house and we got back to Houston, I saw you had posted online that one night you weren't feeling well and you really didn't have no friends like that in Houston. And I could relate. I'm new here too, so I'm like, hey, what's up? I hit you up. I'm like, yo, I'm about to come get you and have a drink. Like, let's go out or whatever, and you were like, down. And so I went. And I told Ace about it, and we had a good time. You were telling me you were falling on hard times, and I'm like, yo, well, come join my business. Let me help you make some money while you're here, because at the time I didn't even know how YP had totally did you with having you come here and then leaving you fucking hanging like he did. Like, oh my God. I couldn't believe that. So I'm trying to help you, I'm like, hey, let's align, let's lock in. We're beautiful, talented, melanated women. Let's lock in and let's do the damn thing, And so when I was excited and everything, we went out, we had a great time. And I got home. That next day, I talked to Ace and I told him about it, and I told him how you were going to join me in business or whatever. And he was like, whoa, like, no, that's not going to be okay. And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, no, because I prefer for you not to mix with Pharoach's people. I prefer you to just, kind of stay behind the scenes. I don't really know what's going on with her and YP. And so I just don't want you to be in the mix of it. That's how he tried to make it seem to me. I don't want you to be in the mix of whatever may happen between them, or and then it was when you went through what you went through with Smackwater, okay, I was around them. I was at Ace's house and YP came over, okay, and that's when I heard YP say that basically, he wasn't going to protect you. He felt like you got yourself into whatever you got yourself into with Smackwater. That's not none of his business, and he's not really, fuck with you like that. And I was just appalled, because I'm like, this woman was at your beach house. This woman I seen at your baby's birthday party. Like,
First of all, how I want to, this is for the record, just so everybody knows, how does Pharoach act with me?
Always
like I'm one
love.
Of his greatest friends ever.
Always love. He's like, introduce you in high regard. And that's what I couldn't understand. It was like one minute he was introducing you in high regard and speaking highly of it, and the next minute it was like, oh, I don't really know about that. And he was telling Ace to kind of pull back from you, and in turn I had to pull back from him. But I never understood, but just out of respect for him and what was going on, I was like, okay, I'll back off if it's presenting.
She wasn't even answering my calls, y'all.
And that was wrong. That was wrong, because let me tell you,
my feelings was hurt, y'all.
I know.
I felt like
my feelings was hurt too. I know.
I was like, this is my soul sister. Like, we just vibrated on the same frequency, so I was hurt. I ain't gonna lie, but go ahead.
And I'm going to give you the apology that maybe you will never get from my peer Ace, that I'm really sorry that unfolded that way. And that wasn't cool. And I told you that when I saw you at the book signing.
I came to the book signing.
Yes, you came to the book signing. And
I left early, by the way, on purpose. I'm letting you know that.
I know. I would have left too. I would have left.
After me and you spoke, I left early on purpose. because it's like, how are both of these men that I feel like I hold him at a high regard. The other, I feel like I look at him like a big brother. Like literally, that's how I looked at Ace. Like if anybody ever heard me speak about AC, like I speak about him in the highest regard. Like I respected him to the fullest. So to know that two people that I literally considered a part of my tribe, did this to me when I came over. Sorry, y'all, I'm about to cry.
No, you came to support
when
me.
I came to
and that's why your video hit me so hard. This rising, when I watched it, it hit me in my spirit, because it's like, no matter how loyal we are, no matter how submissive we are, no matter how much we listen, no matter how loving and nurturing we are as melanated queens, sometimes it just seems like it don't even matter. It don't even matter. We still get played. We still get did dirty.
Right. I went over there, supported him for his book signing. I bought one book but paid for 2 books. And then only to find out that you did that to me, Ace. Yo, that shit hurt.
But you know, he called.
And that's why I left early. That's why I was like, okay, I'm out.
He called himself kind of trying to, you know, put it off on YP, but I don't know now if it was really about that. I don't know. I'm questioning everything. I'm questioning everything in my mind that took place. I'm like, I really just can't believe that.
Me too, Toy.
You know how shit unfolded. But back to the story where we kind of got off track a little bit.
No, we didn't, but because we still talking about real stuff that happened. But let's go back to the story.
Okay. That shit happened. I kind of forgot where I was.
Okay, so we were at the point where AC came and stayed with you for a couple weeks because he felt like he didn't feel comfortable staying at his house.
Which I couldn't understand, because I'm like, you're a whole bodyguard. You got all this arsenal at your disposal. He got several weapons, you know. Why do you feel like you can't stay at your place? I don't know, but I felt like as his woman, you know, I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna protect you. I'm a rider, you know what I'm saying? And I'm mad at that part of myself, because like, you didn't even really deserve that energy for real, because you didn't have the same for me. Because when shit hit the fan with YP, everything with us went out the window. You know, all the poly shit that we were supposed to be building, everything with our relationship that we were supposed to be building, all of that went. I don't know. It was all about him. It was all about, okay, well, I got to figure out what I'm about to do. I got to figure out what next move I'm gonna make. And I'm like, so where does that leave us? I'm left like, he's like, oh, well, we can do the long distance thing. Right. But what I really wanted to touch on was how when Pharoach, when YP put that bond on his head, let's tap.
Yeah, let's talk about this part, because this part is good.
Oh my goodness. So when you know, he's here with me, whatever, we're kind of hiding now. I'm kind of thrown off. My whole world is kind of shaking now, because everything that we usually do is now different. You're here with me most of the time. I'm not really used to that. So I'm like, okay, I'm adjusting, whatever. I'm real. I've been in the Navy too, so I'm a veteran. Like, I can maneuver through anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm very versatile. And
so let me ask you this too. I don't want to get off subject. We're going to get back on track. How was his relationship with your daughter?
Oh, wow.
Because you're supposed to be a high value man.
Okay.
You're supposed to be building, right? You're supposed to be building a family unit, okay? Investing into yourself, investing into your woman, You say all of these wonderful things. How was that?
So,
Because he was there with you for a few weeks, and even before then, y'all 10 months in? So
yeah, I've been with him since January. So when my daughter was around, he's kind of like he'll play with her a little bit. You know, he's more like hi, but he's one of more so of a type of man that's really like kind of to himself. He don't really believe in like having kids like in his. Well, he would tell me, I just believe in like, keeping distance from kids because motherfuckers is weird. People is pedophiles. I don't want nobody to think like I'm weird with the kids. So he would kind of keep his distance from her. Like he never said nothing bad about the baby, none of that. He would, oh hello and everything, but he pretty much stayed in the room. We didn't ever do nothing together as far as that. Like we never went anywhere together with with my daughter. We never did like play dates or nothing like that. But he's 49, so I just kind of had attributed that to his age. Like,
no, that don't matter. Like you got to bond. If this is someone that you are serious with, I remember my stepfather bonded with us because he wanted to marry my mother.
Okay, it's a package deal.
And I was older. I was 17. You get what I mean?
Okay.
So for you to claim to be this self-proclaimed high-value man, it's just a lot of ways that you move in that's not cool. It's so much we got to talk about.
Hey, that was definitely part of it. I feel like for me, like I was questioning whether this will work out because I do feel like that you're gonna have to be like that for my daughter. It's a package deal for me. So that was a red flag. The non-supportiveness was a red flag. The way he was moving through Polly was a red flag. And
we'll talk about that after we go back to the 2 weeks, because that's important, y'all. Y'all have to hear this. Like it's so much to cover that I know you guys are like, dang.
And look, I'm supposed to be going on a trip tomorrow. I haven't even packed or nothing. I'm actually going to Detroit tomorrow to bury my cousin. May she rest in peace. My very favorite cousin, Sophia. She passed away from breast cancer. And she was 35. And I just want to let y'all know, y'all queens that's listening, please, please, please pay attention to your body, especially your breasts. And Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Get the mammograms, get them checkups, do a self-exam, so.
Okay, so we don't, because you gotta.
Okay. So, go ahead.
So after that, right, so he's scared, issues going on in the home. I mean, issues with YP. YP put the bond on his head.
Yes, YP put the bond on his head. And that really sent him into overdrive. He really took that very seriously, as did I initially. But as I began to watch YP more, I realized that he's really an online character. He really tries. He's an online, what they call an internet thug. You the internet thug, nigga. You're not gonna back up none of what you're talking about for real. But at the same time, as a person, you hearing somebody putting 50K on your head, you don't know that he's taking it very seriously. He was very paranoid. Ace was walking around with all of his weapons on him. If we went anywhere outside the house, which was maybe, picking my daughter up and taking her to daycare or something like that, he was extremely, extremely paranoid and felt like something was going to take place to him. So much so that he got up out of here and went to Miami for a little bit until things cooled down, which y'all could see that was all online. That was public information. He went to Miami. I think he was here with me for like a couple of weeks, and then he went to Miami until things cooled down. But before he did that, the tea, like YP pressing those charges on him, I done got ahead of myself. The drink kicked in. So he pressed charges on YP for that threat.
That's
As you can see, he's right
so
there.
right there, that is AC talking to the police officer right there.
Yeah.
As you guys can see, I mean, I don't know if it's easy to see, but that's his bald head.
We got these receipts, baby. Okay.
That's him right there. He did press charges on him. Also,
Right.
there it
That's
is
the
right
case
there.
number. That's the case public information to look that up. YP does have a warrant for his arrest for a terroristic threat.
So YP
So,
has a
everybody, he was putting out here, Ace the police, Ace the police. He's Freemason. I know he's Freemason because he was in the video with Rick Ross. That's my YP impersonation. He was in the video with Rick Ross. So
YP does have a warrant out for his arrest at this point.
Yes,
just to let you guys know. So if you guys hear of him going to jail, now you guys know why.
I hope he get clapped. I hope he do. I hope he do go to jail because you know why? Like he really did a lot of people wrong, and at the end of the day, that shit not right, and you gotta pay your karmic debt. And so he always talking about jail anyway. That must be his favorite place to be because he can't stop talking about. I was locked up. Priscilla, CO had me. I was like this. They was doing operation on my 33rd vertebrae
or whoever.
They was operating on this 33rd vertebrae. Nigga, you is so lame.
Which vertebrae? Because it's 33 vertebrae. So when you said they was operating on your 33rd, are you talking about your very last vertebrae? Or are you, I don't know. When he said
at this point, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. He's crazy for real.
Do you guys hear echo, yes or no? Do you guys, hey, Caribbean Queen, how are you? Do you guys hear echo, yes or no? Do I hear echo, yes or no? Because Mavis says echo is driving her insane. Do you guys hear echo? No? All right, all right. Thank you, guys.
But you know what I'm saying? While he was talking about Ace the police, no, Ace is not the police, but Ace talked to the police. So you might want to take care of that, YP.
YP,
you might want to go talk to them people, YP.
YP, there's your case
you might
number.
Want to handle that, YP.
There's your case number for terroristic threats.
For terroristic threat, you cannot do that online to somebody. Huh?
I said, there's your unit number.
I can't make this shit up. I can't make this shit up. So why you talking about, and I was like telling him that he needed to respond online. I felt like he did, but his manager, because Ace is also an actor, was telling him that it would not be a good time because he's got a movie coming out. It's not a good time to really go public with this situation with YP or whatever. But I was like, stand up for your name. Stand up for what they're talking about. Be this high value man that you're talking about. Like, what's up? You kind of tucking your tail right now. Like, what's up?
I don't know. I think AC is being mature, but also I feel like AC is being a pussy.
It's a little bit of both for me. It's giving a little bit of both for me. And I'm over the whole people telling people to be mature. Oh, be the bigger person. I'm over being the bigger person. I've done it. I've been loyal. I've been down for you. I've been holding my silence for you. Fuck all that.
So let's talk about this car situation.
Oh.
I don't want to go into too much detail, but let's talk about the fact that you've been basically, you feel as though you've been used for money.
I do. I do. And
we're not gonna get into too much specifics about the car because of other things. But basically, she
no,
held it down for this
we
man
just
with
tell
the
it
car.
like it is. You know what happened with the vehicle. So y'all seen if you follow A. Pharoach, in his stories that he left abruptly shortly after his falling out with YP. He
Hello,
could no
Sun
longer
Temple.
afford the
Welcome.
lifestyle that he was living. He had a really nice place out in Katy. It's a really nice brand new car. Lots of other expenses and things like that. So when shit hit the fan,
Hold up. That pisses me off. You know why? Because I moved out here for YP.
Mm-hmm.
Gave me a budget of $1,500 on my place.
Mm-hmm.
And that nigga never paid a motherfucking dime.
Cause I'm telling you, because that's some shady shit. But
he paid $800 when I was about to when I didn't have not one no other way of paying. Remember, I told you about this, Goddess J. But that pisses me off.
That's terrible.
But go ahead.
That's terrible. But just know that you're not alone. And I feel your pain. I feel your frustration, But our glow up is going to be so real. The glow up is going to be so real. And that's
the glow up is already here.
It's already here. You already receiving your abundance, because when you operate in righteousness, and I want y'all to know out there, when you operate in righteousness, good things happen to you, good things come to you, abundance flows to and through you, because they can't stop that shine. But when he got ready to go, it was the problem with the car. He was going to return the vehicle. Okay, so he had asked YP. YP had expressed interest in the car, and he asked him, "Okay, are you going to purchase it? Whatever, if you want to purchase it." We drew up an agreement or whatever. I notarized the agreement, and YP, YP wouldn't sign it. And so he was like, "I don't know what I'm finna do with this car. I'm just gonna turn it in." And I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm concerned about your credit because I know how hard it is as the people to just, get good credit. I worked really hard on my personal credit. I have a 715 credit score. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, don't fuck your credit up. Let's just think of a way we can fix this. I said, what about if we put the car on Turo? Okay, so he was like, what is Turo? Nothing about Turo. I have been watching mad videos on Turo because I'm thinking about starting another business venture and getting me some cars on Turo. And so I have been watching.
We talked about that.
Shout out to Earn Your Leisure. Their channel is pretty dope. They got lots of videos on Turo thinking about getting the extra stream of income on Turo. And so I'm like, let's just put the car on Turo for a minute to kind of buy you some time or whatever. I'm gonna I agreed to take care of the car note, just to kind of, okay, the agreement was you keep the car, put the car on Turo, and whatever money you get from that, kind of pay you back from what you spent. I paid to get the wrap taken off the car because that was like a very big, I don't even know why he wrapped that damn car, okay? Because at the end, when it came down to it, when shit hit the fan, YP, he was paranoid as fuck in that car because it stood out like a sore thumb, baby. That car is like one of a kind, the Egyptian hieroglyphics. I told him it was a stupid idea from the beginning, but he was so aligned with YP. You ain't listening to your queen. You listening to YP. Okay, so you tapped in with him. He got you, right? He got you. Okay, so you do that, and he left. He went to Miami, back to where he's from, and a couple of weeks later, he starts saying, "Well, I'm thinking about coming up there to get the car." Wait a minute. We agreed to keep this car on Turo for a minute so I could, get my money back. First of all, you know what I'm saying? Second of all, like, if you got it to come up here, to fly up here and drive the vehicle back, why you couldn't have made a car note? You know what I'm saying? So, but I digress.
I don't
So
know, Toy
yeah.
Toy.
Anyway, long story short,
I
I
don't
had the
know.
car on Turo for
I
maybe
don't
two to
even
three
know.
weeks. It got written out for a few weekends, and then as of today, actually, he flew in to get the vehicle and take the vehicle back to where he's from without even so much as being like, "Hey, here is something for holding things down. Thank you for holding things down." It was none of that.
No, but why did he come get the car? Why did he fly?
The
This
whole
is the
tech
point.
polygamy pimp
Okay.
and hustle.
So I
Uh-huh.
How
asked
did
him.
he fuck ass?
So another one reason I felt like he really came to get the car, because I had
Mm-hmm.
asked him. I'm taking a road trip to Detroit. Actually, I like to drive. I don't have a problem driving at all. I like road trips. I like, me and my little sister are actually going. I feel like it's a good time to bond and really, see more of the land. And so I had asked him, would he mind? I said, we could call it even on what I spent on the vehicle. Let me take the vehicle to Detroit with me. Just out of respect. It's your car. Let me let you know what's going on with it. And he said, no, you can't take the car. I don't want you to take the car. That's a lot of miles on the car. Oh, I'm going to need new tires by the time you get back with the car. And by the time I do, that's going to be another one. Like, my baby, are you serious? You gonna need new tires on the car? What am I gonna be doing? Burning out in
This
this
is
bitch?
a
Like,
brand
I'm
new car.
driving on a road trip.
This is a brand spanking new car.
This is
And
a
you
brand
are
new
gonna drive it to
2021
Florida.
Challenger. That hoe got 4,000 something miles on it. Really? What am I gonna do to the car? And if I do something to the car, baby, I can afford to pay for it. You can't. So you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the problem? Like, if something happens to it, I got it. Okay. But just know, I just want to really hone on that. Real high value men support you in your goals. They support you in your dreams. They support you in your endeavors, whatever that may be. And if somebody's not doing that, that's a red flag. Immediately go the other way, because it should not just be about them all the time. And that's what I really want to hone in on tonight. Like,
So how did AC do polygamy with you?
So when he had come here, we talked it over, and I saw some of his videos about poly, and I was like, yeah, I had been in a poly union previously. Actually, before him, I had been in one other poly union, and I shared with him how that union didn't work out. And so he was like, yeah, well, I'm poly, but he had never actually practiced it, like in its full form. Because anybody can just go around and be sleeping with multiple women. Like, are you really building though? Are you really building? So that's what he made it seem like to me, like he really wanted to build something, like he really wanted to make something solid happen. And that's not what was going on. We had several experiences with a few different queens, and none of it ever really panned out as far as moving to the building phase. And that's
And
what I
how did
really
he
want.
treat the other young woman who he was in a relationship with in Florida?
Oh, you talking about the goddess? Yeah, well, let's talk about that, because that was a big point of contention for us. When he came here, he was in a relationship with a goddess in Florida. Okay. And so he had always told me from the jump about it. I was cool with it. That I'm pro poly. I'm not a jealous queen. I'm not envious. I'm not, like none of that. Like, it's all good. Like, so what's up with her? What's going on? How can we build with her? That was always my thing. Like, and so he told me she did not have her paperwork together. She's an immigrant. She's from Haiti. So he wasn't sure whether or not he was really going to build with her, because he felt like she was a liability. But in that same breath, he wasn't telling her that. He was telling her something different. He was telling her that she was coming here. He was telling her that they were building together. He was telling her that, oh, once I get myself settled in Houston, you could come here and we gonna all build this big happy poly thing together, you know? So she came here to visit. She came here to visit one particular time.
Good one.
And she started
Good
asking
one.
questions,
Good
you
one.
know, like, so
Good
where
one,
can I put
Q.
my things? So where do you see this going? How you see this built? You know what I'm saying? And those questions could not be answered. Those questions got met with a lot of tension. Those questions got met with just fall in line. Kind of like what YP do. You need to just fall in line. You need to listen. You need to just, you know, and it's like, no, you can't expect queens to do that. We need.
So is it true to say that YP and Ace Heru are kind of birds of a feather, but a little different because of Ace Heru's wisdom?
Yes. Ace Heru would even say that to me on multiple occasions, how he felt like he saw aspects of himself in Pharoach, like his younger self, you know. Of course, he had matured over the years, but some shit just don't change. And that's what I feel like. And I was told that actually by the goddess who was at the pool party with us when she did a Reiki reading for us, and she told me that, you know, as women, our yoni holds a creative energy, okay? When we share our bodies with men, they take up our creative energy, our good energy, our sacred energy, okay? And use it to fuel themselves while not giving a fuck about us. They don't give a fuck what we make happen. They just gonna take up all our space and then, you know, use it for their advantage.
I feel like that happened to me.
Hell yeah, it happened to me too. There were so many times, you know, that I would be with Ace and just, you know, giving him, pouring into him, pouring life into him, speaking life into him, you know, because there would be times he wouldn't really even believe in his damn self, and I would be there and being his biggest fucking cheerleader. Like, you got this, baby. You can do this, you know, think about this idea and that idea. And next thing I know, he coming out with some YouTube video about what the fuck we talking about. So it's like you really was using my creative energy to fuel yourself. But when I needed your support, where were you? You know, he helped me actually with getting that life insurance policy. I was up for a promotion in the company. I said, yo, I'm up for a promotion. I'm right there. I just, you know, need somebody to help me out with this policy. Sign, you know, so I could reach my next goal. You couldn't even help me do that, but I could pour into you constantly. And that's what we do wrong as women. We do wrong. That's not right. We think.
I mean, you've given, first of all, I know for a fact how you treat AC. The reason how I know, because when I stayed at the beach house and I had stayed the night, and you stayed the night, and I woke up and you made him breakfast
All the time.
and you made him tea and you catered. You literally catered to him. I know because you made me breakfast. It was good. Thank you. But
I'm that type of goddess. I'm nurturing, I'm catering, I'm loving, I'm supportive. I'm gonna be your biggest cheerleader. I'm gonna clap you on. I'm gonna lift you up. But it's like, can I get that same? Can I get that same energy? I need you to keep that same energy for me. And it wasn't
really
like
wasn't
that.
either.
Huh?
You wasn't getting that back.
No, it wasn't. Because everything was about YP. Everything was about him building with YP. And when the shit fell apart, so did we. It was like I was a part of the equation. I was just here for the show. That's how I feel. I was just here.
And then when AC left, when he left Houston, where did he go? We got to talk about it. This shit, we got to talk about it. Because you're a high value man, right?
Yeah, you're a high value man. He even made a video not too long ago coming up with markers.
You got money stashed up. You got it like that.
Huh?
You couldn't even pay your car note. I'm sorry, let me rant real quick, guys.
Go ahead.
You couldn't even pay your car note and shit. You let my friends pay your shit. Take the rap off of your shit. But then the moment she wanted to do something for herself in the car that she paid for 2 months, you find a way to get a plane ticket
I can't
to come and get your car because I was afraid she was gonna drive it.
I'm gonna take it out. I didn't see that garbage.
Fuck boy. You a fuck boy.
Who comes?
You're not a high value man. You a
And that's
fuck
how
boy.
I feel. Huh?
I said he a fuck boy. So where did he go right after that?
So he went back to Miami to stay with the queen, who he didn't want to even come here and move with him. Stay back with her in her studio apartment.
Trash bag mentality. Garbage bag mentality. You are not a high value man.
And meanwhile, I just kept thinking like, damn, if you would have even sat down for a minute and listened to some of the business ideas I had, you wouldn't be in this position right now. Because I would have showed you what to do with your money. Like, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? I may not have everything. I'm not trying to say like I'm just balling, but baby, I got it. Like, if I need to be straight for a few months, I got it. Like without nothing else coming in. So I just expected that from him, and that's not what happened. What I saw was, he said that I folded because when he told me he was coming, get a car, or whatever, I was like, that's really fucked up, and I'm good on this. I'm good on this long distance shit. I'm good on you. I'm just good. I can't do it. Even when he got back to Miami, he started acting real funny, real shady. Like, call me every blue moon, talking about, I don't really have nothing to talk about. That's why I haven't really been talking to you like that. Okay, well, if you don't got nothing to talk about, I don't got nothing to talk about neither then. But, for real. But I feel like if you really was about that life and you really had good intentions for me, you would have been like, I'm not letting that go. Let me make sure I'm staying on my shit, on my purpose. But he tried to make it seem like, oh, well, I'm just, I'm on my high value man shit, so I don't have time for women right now. Bullshit, okay? Because your queen is one of the most valuable pieces on the chessboard. And anybody who plays chess know that. So
you scratching yourself.
And now you stand in a studio apartment, mooching off yet another woman, and claiming still to be a high value man.
Right.
We should take your whole fucking book off the shelf. For real.
Let's talk about that book. So, Lulu had dropped him from
Empress, how you doing?
They no longer wanted to. They gave him some brief explanation about why they could no longer publish the book due to the material content, basically. That's what they said. And so he had to get another publisher. So he went with Angela Stanton Publishing, and she started, the process on his book. Everything was live in the beginning. Shorty was hitting him up regularly. Oh, it's gonna be a hit. The things popped with YP. Angela Stanton has totally kind of changed her tune, and I'm just wondering, like, maybe she see what I see. Maybe she see ain't no real high value shit going on around here, baby, for real. And her name about to be on the book. I don't know, Angela. Maybe you should think about that.
Maybe you should, Angela, because I'm just tired of these fake ass, phony ass niggas manipulating black women to get things that they want, and acting like it's our fucking fault.
And I promise you, he act like it's totally my fault. Even when I was breaking things off, he was like, oh, it's only been a couple of weeks I've been gone and you folded already. Nigga, I folded. How dare you? How dare you fix your lips to say I folded? When I have been nothing but there for you since day one, since you moved to this motherfucking city. Making excuses for you, why you wouldn't show up to certain things, why you was so far up YP's ass, making excuses for you and your behavior. You know what I'm saying? And so how dare you even fix your lips after you came and laid in my house, ducked off from this nigga. Like, how dare you? I'm just so appalled. I'm so fucking appalled. Excuse my language, but I'm just.
You got anything else on that list that you want to?
A new word for pimping. High value.
Girl,
Pimping.
see.
Pimping ain't easy.
Um, I think we pretty much covered just being unprepared, and I just, the truth also was about him promising Ace 20K. So when how he got Ace to move here was YP promised Ace $20,000 to relocate here and to get him started off in his endeavors or whatever. But when he got here, YP kind of piecemealed him a little bit, kind of how he do everybody else. Like he kept making excuses for not giving it to him, and I feel like Ace was really banking on that. He's told me that on multiple occasions that he was really banking on that, and that never happened. So it's like, see how that came full circle, because you can't do women wrong and think it's not gonna happen to you too. You thought that shit wasn't gonna happen to you too, and it did. You know what I'm saying? Like, you thought he wasn't gonna pay you too, because he's so like, my man's, 100 grand. Nigga, you got played too.
I thought this was my best friend, Goddess J. Listen, me and Pharoach used to talk all the time for hours. We talked about freaking building. We even looked into like mall complexes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Talking about adding nation there and doing this, like all the stuff that y'all hear him talking about, all his LLCs and businesses that he have in mind, we've already discussed it.
But it's in his mind.
Mm-hmm.
It stayed in his mind.
Uprooted my whole family.
You did that.
You uprooted your whole family.
Listen,
and I wanted you to speak on that, Kalea. And I really wanted you to speak on what you had told me about that.
I would like for her to speak on that too. But women, y'all cannot be uprooting your whole family for no man that did not put a ring on it. Y'all got some responsibility you have to take. Everything is a lie, Nicole. But y'all women, y'all got to stop uprooting yourselves. These men ain't putting no ring on your finger. He ain't marry you. No, we're not uprooting until you marry me. Or go on, goodbye. You don't just take your kids and pack up and leave. God forbid something happened to you out there. You out there all by yourself. Look at Golden Beauty out there by herself. Yeah, it doesn't matter. He ain't legally married to her, but she's his baby mama. They left to Texas together. She moved to Texas and brought her kids out there. That's on her. You need a legally binding contract marriage. Exactly. I should have said it the correct way. You need a legally binding, a real marriage. You don't just uproot your kids. I don't care if he was Golden Beauty. Golden Beauty is his baby mama, and Golden Beauty chose not to get legally married. I am. Want me to move my kids out here? You're going to marry me. Or find y'all another play toy. Y'all women, some of the things y'all do, y'all got to apologize to yourselves. Take accountability for it. Apologize to yourself and say you were wrong. Because your kids depend on you. Your kids don't depend on you moving out there with no damn man, taking them from everything they know, and you don't really know that man. Just because y'all had a couple of good conversations. Are y'all serious? What? You know how many times people move from the ghetto? From the ghetto. People move from the ghetto. And they'll let somebody keep their apartment. Just in case it all falls down. They got their little house in the ghetto. Some people still ain't give up their apartment. They gave their apartment to a cousin or somebody. And just in case something happened, they're going to go right back to that ghetto, but they still got their apartment. They refuse to give it up. Even if they bought a house, just in case something go wrong. Now, if they got their they retirement and they pension and they've been working on a house, that's when they'll give up their little apartment or something in the ghetto. But if it ain't like that, they ain't giving it up. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, no. Y'all got, yeah, we gotta start taking responsibility too. These men is good, but they shouldn't be that damn good. Shit.
With some other queens out there that had uprooted themselves as well to come and move here for him.
Oh yeah. Well, see,
And some other dumb chicks moved too. Mm-mm-mm. I mean, we saw them, but okay.
my situation was a little different. Um, I wasn't when I moved to Houston. I wasn't in an intimate relationship with Pharaoh, and that's well known. I wasn't.
Okay.
So I moved here to do business with Pharaoh, and of course I had feelings for him. I'm not going to deny that I had feelings for Pharaoh. I cared about Pharaoh. I loved him very much. So when I moved here, I was supposed to move here to start a mobile nail and beauty salon with Pharaoh. That's what we had, planned on doing. He had gave me a $1,500 a month price for my place to stay. Okay. So that's why I found this place. This place is $1,500 a month. Okay. He told me that he could handle that and take care of that until we got the business up and running. Right. So January comes, right? That's when you met AC. January comes. I move here January the 1st. That's when I moved to Houston.
Wow, New Year's Day.
Right. I moved here January the 1st. And I'm calling Pharaoh. I can't even fucking reach Pharaoh.
Wow.
I didn't talk to Pharaoh for 2 weeks after I moved here.
Wow.
He knew that I was moving here.
Oh, well.
Right. He told you to move here.
We've been planning moving here.
Should have went home. Right back home. After you crashed his house.
Didn't hear anything from Pharaoh. Like, literally, didn't hear. I didn't talk to Pharaoh until February. I think you and AC were probably already seeing each other.
Yes, at that point.
That's when AC brought Pharaoh over to my house because Pharaoh was mad paranoid at that time.
He is. I'm telling you, he's so paranoid. He doesn't go anywhere. He rarely really leave his house. He's very institutionalized. And niggas pillow talk. And so that would be the nature most of the time that me and Ace were seeing each other, it would be at night. And so it would be after we both had our long days, I had business, had to take care of the baby. After I would get the baby in bed, I would go over there or he would come here and, we would kind of process our days together. And he just was telling me just how he was, like how everything was unfolding, and it was crazy. It was really crazy, and how he just.
So AC brought him over here, right?
And
I felt weird, like when we first seen each other again. Mind you, I had just
now. Mind you, the minute I'm gonna go back. See, I ain't got that video no more. I ain't got them videos. But mind you, when Goddess J started off watching YouTube, the good brother Sarah Sutansetti and I began watching Young Pharaoh. And frankly, I'm shocked by the way Pharaoh treated you, sister. First of all, that's because none of y'all watched my videos back then. The first day I seen Pharaoh, when he first came to the city, then Young Pharaoh get an empress like her? No. But the first day he made his step in New York City on Sinetta's camera, I said, this man right here is not to be trusted. I'm looking at that man's face. And nobody did not believe me. They thought he was a young new godsend. He is not to be. I synced it in Pharaoh. Pharaoh had the most devious look somebody could have. You could tell that he was, all of them are the same. He tried to make himself look different. That was lie number one. Because if you knew something about all of them, why were you there? And the first thing he did was started taking people out. He started taking people out, plucking them off one by one. They was all, matter of fact, all of them was getting along until young Pharaoh came along, and that's when all of them started beefing, because Pharaoh was plucking them off, but thinking that he was plucking them off one by one. But the one thing Pharaoh could not do was debate. The one thing I just showed you guys yesterday when he said, when he did the fine proof, when he did the contract, when he was supposed to debate it with whoever he was supposed to debate with Sinetta, but when it came down to Tasha K, why he didn't go through a contract? But you went through that contract and then gave him a contract. And then both of y'all agreed not to sign it, you didn't do it. So what made you do that interview with Tasha K with no contract? Now you up there coming up with these videos, I want 75%. Okay, y'all want to keep following these phony people and these fake behind wannabe hotep because they got charisma, and y'all want to prove that y'all die hard people. Keep giving them your money. If y'all ain't got nothing else better to do with your money, give it to me. But if y'all want to give them people your money, all they doing is pissing out your money, blowing your money up. They don't even have no care. They don't even know. They don't understand how hard you guys work for your money, just to watch them waste it. And y'all watch people like Nature Boy waste y'all money all the time. People like young Pharaoh waste y'all money. All of them just waste. You don't see none of them take that money and build anything. None of them. And they talk about all of these black conversations they have had with all of their donations that they received. Why didn't they put their money together and buy a store? I mean, that should go to tell you something. How long have y'all been supporting these people? How long have y'all been sending them money? Where is y'all money going? Or just because they're talking to you, you would like to donate money. Okay, then fine. But you got multiple people talking about community this, community that, black TV this, black TV that. Okay, so what are y'all doing? What are you doing? It's been like 15, 16 years. We see nothing out of it. Nothing we seen for our money. Young Pharaoh is going to try to sue. He can't. What are you going to sue her for? Text messages? He can't sue her because he would have to say that what he said, that he didn't know that because he didn't know she was charging. In the text message, he never asked. Now, Tasha K been sued by a lot of people. She ain't worried about no young Pharaoh. Believe that. But like I said, y'all keep giving these people y'all money and calling them teacher and they all this. All y'all women flocking to these pimps and all of these men taking care of these pimps, sending them all y'all damn money. And they don't have nothing to show for it, nothing at all. At least show me where you sent your kids to college or something. Show me a diploma or something. Like, you guys help me put my kids to college. Show us something, damn.
CYP, that September, I think it was October,
Mm-hmm.
when he did the interview with Nick Cannon, because I was there and AC was there. We were the only two people there.
Okay.
So Beryl comes to see me with AC, and I was like, what? Like, he had to literally wait until he could come with AC to come to my house. He's never done that before. Do you know how long I've known him?
Right? Like, ain't that weird? Like, nigga, you can't go
So
nowhere
he was
without your
really that
bodyguard.
paranoid. Then I think that's when I seen a little difference. Like, cause I've been knowing him this long. So that's when I seen a little difference.
And that's the thing. Like, did you really know him, or did you think you knew him?
I think I knew him. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I've been around him so many times. Goddess J.
And so he started changing this year, though.
Yeah, I've been around him so many times. I
Hmm.
done went and picked Pharaoh up by myself and took him places.
Wow.
So when he had felt the need to have Ate Rue here,
Wow.
I thought that was weird.
Hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because before you
Exactly,
trusted me
Caroline.
with
She
so
too
much,
emotional.
but then you switched up on me.
Hmm.
So I mean, I
Right.
didn't feel
That
some
should
kind
have
of
been a
way.
red flag. That should have been a red flag. Like, hold on, what's going on? But we
When I
give
seen
so
that
many
should have been. But
excuses.
my first red flag was me having to wait such a long time to
Yeah.
talk to Pharaoh when I moved here. When we, for years, we've been discussing my move.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Mm-hmm.
crazy. We've been discussing this shit for years. I got the receipts. So lie about it. I'll post the receipts. If you say I'm not telling the truth, I will post them.
Y'all was talking about it.
I'll
He
go
ain't
all
mean
the
really
way
do
back
it. It was a
4 years,
conversation for years.
2 years. I got at least 10 text messages,
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Instagram messengers.
That's it. 10 for
Damn.
years. Hold up.
So yeah, so that was weird. So then I began like,
She said we've been talking for years. For years. But but she only got 10 text messages. So was y'all talking like once a month? Once a month? I mean, you need to show me more than 10 receipts for over years. That's right, Miss Tony. You know, Pharaoh only brags about his children having life insurance policies as if it would help them and for their blood adrenal. Oh, okay. There ain't no forever young. The age catch up. Exactly. About 10 messages in 2 years. No, 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 no. You got to show me more than that. That means it was only talk. You wasn't supposed to come out there for real. That was on you. Cause there's no way you should have knew that boy's address. I've been knocking at his door that night. Not no 2 weeks later, that night. Like where he at? Golden gonna have to feel how Golden gonna feel. But I have to knock on Golden's door because he got me out here on quote unquote a business move. I'm like, why would you move way to Texas for a mobile nail salon? You couldn't have did that where you was at. You had to go way to Texas for that. See, y'all people got to listen to what y'all saying. You had to go way to Texas for a mobile nail and hair salon. Makes absolutely no sense to me. To me. But if it makes sense to you, it's okay. I know you would have, Miss Aries would have been there. Hoping you ain't kick the door down and burn up the house and stuff. You don't want to come out? I'll smoke you out. Yeah, Empress, but don't put that word in the chat. Don't put that word in the chat. Take that out the chat. Let me remove that. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. Thank you. Dude, like you don't want to come out, I get you out. Shit. 2 weeks later, my ass. Well, my kids? Oh hell to the no, no, no.
Over just the course of time, I noticed and realized there was a lot of women, well, a couple women here that I knew
Mm.
who knew Pharaoh,
Wow.
who all lived in different states.
Mm-hmm.
But now all of a sudden they live in Houston.
Oh snap. Oh, snap. How did they get in Houston?
And so one of the goddesses, I'm not going to say her name, if she want to come on here and tell her story, which I doubt she will, because she's just that type of woman, like how you were over AC, not speaking the truth. She's that type of woman. This is something
I really thought I was being like protected. We're just honoring him, but I realized at the same time by honoring him, I wasn't honoring myself and my voice. So I think that as women, we need to come away from there. Like we got to stop protecting people that wouldn't protect us. We got to stop being so caring for people that don't care about us.
Mm-hmm. Like this rabbit hole goes deep, y'all. So one of the young ladies who I knew he was messing with, I knew he was dealing with. I wind up talking to her. I'm not going to say her name.
Okay.
And she tells me that, she moved out here for him too.
Well, damn.
But not for him the way I moved out here for him with business.
Right, in a romantic way. She moved.
It was in a romantic way.
Okay.
Poor Golden.
And come to find out through her that she's talked to a couple other women who, yes, same thing.
Who moved.
That's what Golden was trying to tell y'all. Y'all ain't listen to her.
And that's crazy. Like I thank goodness for my awakening and for the veil being uncovered. I feel like this season, this new season, today was a new moon, and it's really bringing about the unveiling and people and their fakeness and what's real and what's going on out here. And so I'm just so glad that you were exposed, to what's really happening before it got too deep,
New moon and Leo.
Okay. But one of the things I really want to talk about was him telling me about how Pharaoh YP, because nigga, you ain't no Pharaoh, was planning a cult. Okay, so I really didn't have like a lot of knowledge about what a cult is prior to maybe like couple months ago. I mean, you hear the term, right? Like, oh, that's the
Hold
cult.
up, wait.
Well, duh.
So, I didn't really know what a cult was. So we had watched a documentary.
Duh. Well, how did you think him and Nature Boy was friends? Where y'all people be at? How you knew the man for years and y'all didn't know this? Young Pharoach ain't been on the scene that damn long. What's wrong with y'all? The same way she got there on a wishing and dream, wishing he really wants you and dreaming about a mobile hair salon. Exactly. Y'all females is great. How did y'all did not know these things? How did y'all not find out? Y'all know he came from Sonetta's couch. Y'all was supposed to check his ass out there before he put them damn, he added them damn long ass Gino his hair and grow that damn fast. Y'all know he got some weave in that damn in his dreads. That's not all his damn hair. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
About Jim Jones and the Davidians, David and the Davidians, and how what happened with that. And I was just so blown away. And he was telling me how YP is kind of planning the same type of thing. He bought some land in the Caribbean. That's not no secret. He talks publicly about that, how he bought land in the Caribbean, and he's looking to expand our nation to that land, and how he started like drafting up the rules and everything, what's going to be the rules and regulations of Odd Nation. And he already kind of started going into it publicly. Oh, if you're going to be Odd Nation, you gotta sign NDA. You gotta sign an NDA first of all. Then if you're going to be an Odd Nation, oh, you can't eat no meat. You gotta be a vegetarian. You gotta be a vegan. Or if you're going to be an Odd Nation, you gotta be down with poly. If you're not pro poly, you know what I'm saying? So he's drawing up all of these rules and regulations of what Odd Nation is going to look like in Odd Nation. He's building it to go over there overseas. And so he was telling me all about that and how.
Hold up. See. Woo. First of all, thank you for telling people now. You knew this, you know this information, and you're not on every freaking anybody that covers Pharoach, you should be on their channel. You should be on their channel. I don't care if he lied himself out of it or not. You should be on their channel. Are you serious? This man was plotting the same cult. This man is buying land, I think it's in Costa Rica. He said he wants to do the same thing. He wants to be nature boy now. But he want to set the people up, and you're not telling you really? And you already know that man has a cult following. He has a cult following. And you're not on every show. Goddess, we need to talk, sweetie. Goddess, my love, I would love for you to come share this information. You already shared it with me just now. But I would like for you to share this information on you need to go. People need to know. You can really save some lives here. And Golden need to take her ass, forget about that job she got. She need to take her ass back to California, to the Bay where she belongs. She need to take them kids and freaking go. And let him finish talking to himself on the phone like he usually do. That's what he do. He act like he talking to his baby mamas, but he really be talking to his goddamn self. See what she's saying to me? Ain't nobody on the phone, Pharoach. Now y'all see why I call him Pharoach. Now you see why my titles always got Pharoach. Not Pharaoh, but it got Pharoach. Because he looks like a little freaking roach. Like you just want to stomp him. One time I put a roach next to his face. They look like family. I'm serious. Like they belong to the same damn family. I'm trying to tell you something. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Crazy. Pharoach. That's how Sarah Susan said to you. That's how he pronounced it with his accent. Pharoach. Oh, Gayro. Oh my gosh, she hits us with this information. Girl, you supposed to have been telling the authorities, tell everybody you could tell. You wait to get to the end? Well, okay. All right. They drink the Kool-Aid, that's on them.
YP has been planning that, and how AC started to pull back a little bit from him once he started realizing that he was building this cult. I was just like, what?
Hello, Super Twins, Bella.
About these plans
and Gabby.
But the way that YP presented it to me at the time.
So she know too.
But now I see it for what it is.
No, look.
Was nothing.
Let me just say that I wasn't fan. I was drinking the Kool-Aid, baby. I was so like, oh, this sounds wonderful, and breaking away from the masses, and really being off the grid and on our own type of time. But you ain't no leader. You can't even lead your own family. And this is what we need to start really looking at.
Now you see why? You see why these smaller channels are important. Y'all always talking about numbers all the time, but these smaller channels will save your damn life. Y'all follow them big number people. The smaller number of people will save your life. See what these small channels do? These small channels bring you the real info. The real info. So hopefully, let me check my likes out at least. Let me see if y'all appreciate my show. Let me see if I got some good likes here. Now y'all can get them likes up now. Y'all can get them likes up. Y'all can definitely get them likes up. Come on. Get them likes up, guys. We need like 3 likes. Can we get 3 likes? Can we get through? And you come in the door, you post. Okay, we need 2 more likes. Just 2 more likes. 2 more likes. 2 more likes. So we can move forward. We need 2 likes. 1 more like. We need 1 more nice person to give us a like. So we can move forward. Just 1 more. Thank you. I appreciate that.
These leaders, if you don't even have a family yourself, your family's in shambles, how the hell you about to lead the masses? You can't even get us together with the queen who got right beside you.
This man said, I just don't understand when all of this was in the works because lectures said, let me tell you something.
He said what?
He said he don't understand where all of this was in the works because lectures just stopped. Listen, Joy been around for about 10 months. I've been around for almost 6 years. I'm going to tell you right now, the last 3 to 4 years, we've been talking about our nation. 3 years ago,
he been talking about it. He been building.
3 years ago, he didn't have the name for it at that point, and if he did, he didn't share it with me.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He didn't share it with me.
Mm-hmm.
But this shit he been talking about this forever, and now that Joy mentions it,
Marshall,
yo, it was a cult.
Marshall.
It was a cult, yo. Like
Marshall,
my ex used to be telling me about it. I'm like, yo, this shit really moved my mind. I didn't, like I said, I didn't have no knowledge of what a cult was. I heard of it, but then when we watched the documentary on Netflix, I really forgot what it was called, but it went all into the Davidians, and the Jim Jones really has stood out to me. And like he was pointing out the similarities and what YP was doing and what they was doing.
Marshall,
it really just blew. I was like, what? Like I didn't realize I had been so enthralled. You know, I didn't realize I had been so. I don't know what the hell you will call it, but the more
we dropped the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, that's it. And so I can only
listen. Outspoken Rebel, YP has way more money than Nature Boy had. So I'm gonna tell you right now, he was not Nature Boy 5.0. Nature Boy was trying to get to YP's level. Let's be honest.
You don't know how much money Nature
Boy
Boy
was
had.
on the same frequency, honestly, just in different forms.
But I'm talking about YP could have really went further.
But how you know how much money Nature Boy got? How you know how much money
Nature Boy?
I think that you can go further with your queen, okay? You can go further with your woman because like he has put out, the black woman is God, and I really do stand on that. I don't care what he's talking about now with this new rhetoric.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you don't honor your God, when you don't honor your woman, you cannot go far. It's gonna crash and burn. Okay. So until he does that, everything you think about, everything you think about is gonna fail.
Honestly, I don't want to say this, but I know that I'm a powerful goddess, right? And I feel like, yes, when he did that to Kamel, but also when he did that shit to me,
Mm.
you gotta answer to my ancestors, YP.
Yes, yes, you got an answer to that. That how you did them women out there, how you did Kelly, how you did your Tania, and I really feel for her because I knew what was happening behind the scenes. I knew she wasn't lying. You know what I'm saying? I could see right through
So
all
what
the
she do?
manipulation.
Wrong, for real.
Huh? He really did her wrong.
What
He
he
really did
do?
her wrong, and
He
all
did
she
Tania
wanted,
wrong.
What she do?
all she wanted was for her to, for YP to respect her, and she was okay with Polly. She just wanted it in a certain
Well,
way,
what
and he
did she
could not
do?
respect that because he could not get over his whorish ways. He's very entitled. YP is very
Tiana?
narcissistic,
I
egotistical,
think that's
all of that.
Tiana.
Everything people been saying about him is true. He's nothing spiritual about him. Okay, I'll never forget.
Let's talk about. Okay,
I think Tiana must be her real name. I'm gonna be wanting to
hey,
that.
let's talk about when we went to the beach for real.
Huh? He really did her wrong. He really did her wrong, and all she wanted.
Wrong.
Yeah, how you did Kelly, how you did your Tania, and I.
Maybe her name is Tania. Maybe Golden Broody name is Tania. Maybe we found out something new today. Maybe her name is Tania. Hey, boss lady. You better get better quick, because all this jumping off and on, I'm going to get you.
I really feel for her because I knew what was happening behind the scenes. I knew she wasn't lying. You know what I'm saying? I could see right through all the manipulation.
Wrong, for real.
Huh? He really did her wrong. He really did her wrong, and all she wanted,
wrong.
all she wanted was for her to, for YP to respect her, and she was okay with Polly. She just wanted it in a certain way, and he could not respect that because he could not get over his whorish ways. He's very entitled. YP is very narcissistic, egotistical, all of that. Everything people been saying about him is true. He's nothing spiritual about him. Okay, I'll never forget.
Let's talk about when we went to the beach for the full moon. I mean, for the new moon.
That's what I was about to touch on.
Rituals, and none of them niggas over there wanted to do. Not them.
Nobody. I was like, we on the beach. It's the new moon. You know what I'm saying? I asked YP because I was a fan of music. One of my very favorite songs was "Ritual" by him. And if you ever seen the video,
Dr. J, was we not ready?
We was ready. We was ready to do some ritual, okay? And I asked YP, I said, do you do ritual? You do any moon rituals or any other type of rituals?
No.
And he said,
no.
I'm a god.
Exactly.
What do you do rituals for? I don't do no rituals because he told me he felt like rituals would be like kind of like a slap in the face to his ancestors because
it is.
He is Pharaoh reincarnated. Basically, he don't need no ritual type shit. I was.
Do he not know that pharaohs did rituals all the time?
Excuse me. What you say?
Do he not know that pharaohs did rituals? Oh.
Do you not know ritual is important? Idiots. Don't matter. We in this earthly realm. Whatever you think
about his eating habits, because I did want to talk
about
that.
I have to use the restroom. I'm gonna be right back in 2 minutes, okay?
We're gonna talk about YP's eating habits because of course, yes, I was surprised. I was very surprised. I can't talk about,
people be talking about why his skin all broke out because the nigga eating tacos and burritos and processed bullshit all day. He don't eat, it's not no life going on over there.
It's not no vegetables, veggie tacos. No, it's the Impossible crumbles.
Right.
Processed food.
Processed. Heavily processed diet. And he told me that sometimes he would go all day without really eating and just be online. He's so enthralled with online. Like he literally blogs his entire life. Like you could be trying to hold a conversation with YP and he's like, yeah, hold on. Let me vlog this real quick. And it's
Let me tell you, when he was at my housewarming party, the only way that I could get YP out of his phone is playing Uno with us.
Yes, you gotta play some type of game.
And remember when we was playing Uno at the beach house?
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't on his phone.
Right. Yeah, that pretty much steals attention. I play chess, and so when he would come around a few times, I've had got to play chess with him. He's actually a pretty awesome chess player. I will give him that.
He's smart.
Yeah, very smart, very calculated, and so
Him
I thought I knew
and
something. He
Nature
kind
Boy
of schooled me
deal
on
with witches.
that.
They
And
all
so,
deal with witches.
you know, he comes in with those little things where you're like, oh wow, okay, I'm kind of impressed by that. And then you see other aspects are not so great. He's a man. He's a man. He's not some god that he claims to be.
He's just a regular nigga.
He's a regular ass nigga from Buffalo.
He a regular nigga that's smart as fuck with a high IQ.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm
that he
smart
found
too.
a way.
I got a high IQ. I can produce my paperwork.
Yes, and he's found a way to manipulate people through the internet. Pretty much.
But I choose not to use like the so-called high IQ to manipulate people. Like, I have a good heart. You get what I mean? I love.
And that's important. Can you love? Can you really love? And I used to going back to Ace, I really used to work on that with him. Like, yo, he's asking me, what do you think is blocking me? And I told him, your heart chakra is blocked. And he recently got a tattoo. It's 2 chakra symbols, and one of them is a heart chakra symbol. And he told me he got that because he's really trying to be conscious of opening up his heart. He realized his heart is closed and he want to open his heart up, more. So he got that as a kind of a symbol. But then YP got the same goddamn tattoo. So I was like, did you really get it for that? Or did you really get it because your man got it and you thought it was cool? Huh?
Did they get those tattoos together?
I told you they would spend a lot of time at the tattoo shop together. So
no, but he said that I'm getting my smudge stick. But he said that AC copied his tattoo.
The world may never know.
Okay, keep talking.
I just know that them niggas got the same kind of heart chakra tattoo. You see YP is a big ass green tattoo right here. Ace got the same goddamn tattoo. It's a little different, but same spot. But yeah, that's all really what I wanted to.
That's because they was in love, baby.
Heart chakra, cause
he's in love with the cool.
Something ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
So when you said birds of a feather flock together, they truly do. They truly do.
They was in love.
But I'm grateful at the end of the day for the experience. Like, I'm grateful to share my story and grateful to just know that I'm still alive and well. But just don't be duped out here. Don't, queens, goddesses, women, however you want to refer to yourself, don't be duped out here by the high value talk of men, by the spiritual misguidance of men who are claiming to be one way, but really behind the scenes, they're not showing you that. They're not showing up in that way. And we need to really open our eyes, take the blinders off, if you will. That's what I feel like lately. The blinders have finally come down and I see everything for what it truly is. And I want to learn for that to happen sooner. It needs to happen much sooner before we allow these people into our space. And to be misguided like that is crazy.
Right. We got to be real careful.
See why I say them smudges don't work? Hello.
Yo, I swear I'm gonna have to meditate after this. Like, I'm literally gonna have to sit in my quiet space and
now you see why I tell y'all them things don't work. Y'all don't believe me. I try to tell you guys them sages and none of them things work. The energy is negative because you allow that doesn't get away the negative energy. You got to get away from the negative energy. The vampire cannot come into your life unless you let them in. They cannot come through your door. You can speak to the vampire You can speak to that vampire you all you want. Long as he's on the other side of the door, he cannot come in your house. Y'all saw the movies. Y'all keep lighting up them sages and stuff, thinking, oh, I'm gonna clear my energy. Oh, I'm a mind. All right, only people who say that is who stay in shit, who get taken advantage of, and who stay in a lot of shit, and who be around a lot of people who they think that they no, we on the same level. So let's no. Y'all keep buying that stuff, buying all them stones and smart. And as you see, time and time again, everybody who got that in their hand got problems. They got some type of energy. I feel this energy. Then something's off. How did that energy get in your house? I don't pick up no energy from nobody talking. I banned that. I banned it. Every time something go wrong, your energy. And this one said she went to school for 6 weeks and she learned all this stuff and she still got took it. So why y'all going to these spiritual classes, these comedic classes, and this class and that class, just to find out that it don't work? Y'all all did not. It didn't work. You're doing rituals for what? You couldn't tell that man's heart was empty. You couldn't tell. You couldn't tell that he ain't had nothing. You said the man 49 years old, right? He's 49 years old, you said. He has no insurance, no real money, and he taking orders from a 25, 20, 27-year-old. Pharoach is old enough to be his son. His son is just as grown as Pharoach. But you cut your son off and you put up with Pharoach shit. Y'all better, I'm telling you, they was lovers, honey. They was in love with the cuckoo. Hey, ray of sunshine. Oregano and sage does cleans the air of germs. That could be. And help the I know oregano does and help the body. But to rich spirits make me think about we got the song with the that part is we're not talking about that a ray of sunshine. You are absolutely correct there. The oregano was really good. But I don't put that in my ear because it's a little bit too strong. But that part is true. Mm-hmm. And that man, he had so many red flags. That man hitting 50. That man hitting 50. He ain't had nothing for you. Nothing. You didn't need no comedic nothing. You didn't have to do no ritual, no nothing. It was right in your face. It's written all over his face. He don't have to say a word. It was written all over his face. He was a broke bum. I thought he's a bodyguard, and he writing a book. And you thought that book was going to sell. Then you was helping. The whole damn relationship was a red flag. Exactly. The man was the definition of a red flag. And you want to take your ass, you and your daughter ass way down there. What, y'all people crazy. Maybe y'all need to come to New York or something. Y'all need to come to New York. Maybe we're a little bit faster than y'all. I don't know. But that's crazy. Hey, Nubian and Hope Tap Africa. Black powers. Black power to you too. She was in love with the guru. in love with the gay whoa, whoa, whoa. Yo, y'all are so. I got the worst chat ever. I got the worst chat ever. I got the worst chat ever.
Um, and definitely get my meditation on after this. It has been very freeing. Do you have anything else that you want to say?
I just want to say that I operate in gratitude. You know, I'm grateful that I had this experience, real shit, because it taught
Y'all
me to
corrupted. That's
have
why
more
y'all
value in
corrupted.
myself. It taught me that I am enough. It taught me that, you know, God is saying you're on the right path to where you're going. You know, but I can't continue to let others stifle my growth. And I can say that in this, I allowed this situation to kind of hold me because I was so enthralled in what was going on with him that I wasn't necessarily focusing on myself and my goals, and you know, and so it's the time out for that. It's time out for that, and I'm just gonna, you know, pour that same energy into me. I wish them well on their journey. You know, well, I don't know if I'm quite there yet, all the way. Honestly,
I'm not there yet,
but I don't know. You know, but I do. A part of me wish him well. A part of me is like, you should pay. But you know, this getting this out, you don't know how liberating this was to just, you know, share some of the details from behind the scenes what really happened. And you know, I can't say that in this situation with how everything unfolded was between Ace and YP that AC was totally right or YP was totally right, because you, AC, you walked away from him at the end of the day. So can you really be mad that you no longer had an appointment with him? Maybe you should have thought about that
Caroline.
before you walked away when he was telling you he felt unsafe. Even if he was high, you're his bodyguard. So
right? You should. He employed you. He pays you to be there
through whatever.
Correct.
And I feel like you know, Ace again feel like that Pharaoh didn't respect him, Wacky didn't respect him. So it was just a lot to that too. But shout out to Soul Energy sis again, because she really be putting a lot of videos up about.
You gonna have to send me some of her videos.
Oh my god, like for real, about her. About
shout out to World News too. I spoke with him today, so shout out to World News.
Hey, World News, hey, King World News, this shit, and so they really been exposing him and really just pulling through. You know, I just confirmed what they already been talking about, which y'all already knew about this whole situation, is that he a fraud. It's nothing spiritual about this man. I can say there are some spiritual aspects to AK rule, but you still got some growing to do as far as you being a high value man and what that means, you know. So,
and the way you treated me, I would really love an apology, but I don't think you're gonna do it.
No, they never think they wrong on shit. You know, that be the problem. Everybody's wrong with you, but no, this time,
that's because instead of studying rituals, y'all should have been studying mental health. Okay? Young ladies, leave that, all that spiritual stuff. No. Study mental health. Study red flags. Then get into your spiritual. But you can't get on into your woo-sa. So now you all woo-sa. So now you open. What you're doing is you're opening up your portals for them demons. That's what you're doing. She always bring it back to her, but it was about business that you didn't lose any money on. You mad about that thing. She's in love with the get with the game. Oh. I ain't messing with y'all. Y'all too corrupt for me. Y'all the most corrupted chat ever. Y'all corrupted. Well, the whole thing sound crazy. She knew him for 6 years. So now he gets to Texas. But how you paying that rent now? He was paying the $1,500 for rent, right? See, you kind of lost me. Did y'all hear the part when she said, he said, I'm going to handle the $1,500 for rent until we get the business going. Then she said, I mean, I'm not inquiring or what, I'm not saying she's not telling the truth, but she just left out, okay, give me a what are you doing now? Or maybe it's in another video. So I'm going to watch another video. So then she can say, this is what I'm doing now. It's just not within this video. That doesn't mean she's not doing something now. But I'm just saying within this video, And then you're not going to tell me no big old man. I showed y'all that video when he was looking at that man. He was looking at that man, his tongue going up. Y'all saw the video, right? He looking at that man like he was a hot pancake with syrup on it. Dag it. Mm-hmm. A pancake with some syrup. He wanted to suck them pancakes down his throat. Mm-hmm. 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 That man wouldn't even turn his head. We was cracking up that day. Mm-hmm. And then she said young Pharoach was paying him good money, right? She said young Pharoach was paying him good money. So if young Pharoach was paying him good money, so for all the time he was working with Pharoach, I guess he should have accumulated $20,000 if you're claiming it was good money. See, I'm confused there too. So, maybe one day she'll come on here. We can ask her some more questions. He's in love with the cuckoo. You can't say it's a no, because he's in love with the cuckoo. He was in love, but he's all shook up. Mm-hmm.
Huh? I was down for AC. Like I felt like
I was down. I would let you.
And truth be told, AC low-key flirted with me before. It asked me.
You get what?
He flirted with me before I even came out here. And he asked me to have drinks with him.
You tell her this now.
And why he done told me the complete opposite, honey, that you was on him.
Oh, I'll send you the text messages.
You now telling her this?
He hit me up.
I believe you, but I'm just
saying,
like,
to you.
And that goal is show you how men be manipulating.
Don't send it to me now.
I'm going to send it to you.
I don't want it now.
He texted me first.
Not that I care.
And asked me for drinks.
I'm single, boo.
I don't know, baby.
Wow.
Why you lying, AC? Oh, you didn't.
Why he talking about he only? Let me tell you though, he capped so much because he just made a video, and you talked to me about the video about half a woman's age plus 3 or some shit. Cause you capping, you really don't even, you really interested in older women too, and you trying to cap like you really only interested in young women. I don't know. It seems like bullshit to me.
I'm the same. I'm close to the same age as him. And he hit me up and asked me for drinks. He asked me out for drinks. No, fuck that. I'm gonna be right back. Hold on.
What happened?
No, because I'm gonna show this shit. Okay, hold on. Nah, hell no. Hell no. Really? I flirted with you?
So right now I'm on the energy budget, okay? All the energy that's been stolen from me, I call it back to me, okay? I need that back, running back, okay? So all these energy vampires out here that's coming to kill and destroy my joy, fuck you. Run my energy back, because I've been nothing but good to people. I've been nothing but loving. I've been nothing but catering. I've been nothing but supportive, submissive. All it just got me feeling like ice in my veins now. Like, fuck all that.
Having 2 drink women together.
Yes, we ready.
You ready?
They will tell you everything.
Fire cow.
Bow. What it say? I'm
I'm
48.
48.
Let's get together over
Let's
a
get
drink.
together over a drink and combo. I'll be moving to the Katy area in a few weeks.
Wow.
I said, okay, cool. We can have drinks. Cool. I'll be in touch. That is January the 15th. I was
wow.
Well,
I gotta lie.
It was just a drink. Damn. It was just a
But
drink.
I was on your dick.
Wow.
And you said yeah, so what the hell?
Crazy.
I'm confused.
I didn't even know who the fuck you was like that. I mean, I knew who you was. Like, I done met you a few times. But you was checking me out at the Nick Cannon shit. I saw you. I can't believe that. I can't believe he did that.
Well, let's go to the audience. What the audience got to say about this?
I got to say, he just asked for a drink and you said yeah. So I don't get it.
He really said I tried to get with him?
Oh, yeah. Yes, he did.
Did you see what I just posted?
Yeah.
But you said yeah.
Fuck that.
You said, okay, cool.
AC Mitchell.
AC Mitchell.
And then he didn't come to back in.
It goes down in the deal.
9:28
It goes down in the deal.
No.
I'm 48. Let's get together over a drink and combo.
That makes absolutely no sense because he said I'm 48. What's before that? Why nobody starts off a conversation with I'm 48. Let's get together over a drink. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Y'all got to help. That's how they start off now. Maybe what's your age? That's how you start off. I don't know. Don't ask. You the one said, let's see what the people say. But either way, you said, okay, cool. And then he said, I'll be in touch. Exactly. Well, she did ask us, right, Caroline? She did ask us now. Hold up. It's going, That's why he said the girl was hitting on him. Because this is nothing. Let's have drink. But I'm 48. So when did he turn 40? Because he's 49 now. He's 49 now. You see that, right? And she the one said, yeah, I'd have kept that to myself because I need to see more of that conversation. I've been watching, but I was eating. But this ain't the... okay, Blanche? Okay. Well, alrighty. But that's none of my biz. But I wouldn't have told that girl that. I mean, her heart, she already messed up. And that's something I would have said. And that's something I would have just said on a telephone or something. I wouldn't have brought that out here. I wouldn't have did that. Because you that wasn't nice. Okay. Okay, Empress. Okay. Alrighty now. I'm supposed to be on my Beagle bull crap, but hold up.
I'll be moving to Katy area in a few weeks. Okay, cool. We can have
about 2 hours now. If
okay, yeah, we're about to close out.
If you had any questions, did anybody have questions?
Yeah, let's.
The world is in the condition that it's in now because we refuse to deal with each other. We need the balance. We need the masculine and feminine balance. And when that's
no, y'all can't give us no advice. I'm sorry. Y'all cannot give us no advice, none at all. Nada. Until y'all get y'all chakras fixed, get y'all chakras together, then you can give advice. But after both of y'all crying over them men, nope. Nope. When y'all get y'all chakras and shit fixed and get on another level, let's see. Oh, shucks. Fuck. Hold up. Hold up. I thought I had it ready.
I don't know why it's not letting me flash. I got it flash. So it said it gives you a boost of the flash.
What's up, everybody?
Too bad you both of y'all men was on the low low. Y'all men was on the low low. Y'all was in love with the low low. It was in love with the low low.
Put your links in that mug. You don't gotta max it out.
This is her again. Don't forget to check her out. Kalia. Catalia. I know I'm saying it all wrong, but I like her. She's cool. Check out.
Everybody, love and light, peace and blessings, and welcome to another Catalea's world.
Beat up like you gonna have the next woman fight your baby mama. Why did you feel comfortable enough to say these things? Who is this girl for her to have that much, you know, popularity or whatever you would like to call it? Who is she? So those were questions I really want to know the answers to.
Yeah, like for as far as me, like my reaction to it, I don't know. I feel like it was stupid.
Very much.
Nate said she think he under MK Ultra. Hey, Clockson, how you doing? I felt like the whole interview was pointless. I mean, the interview was about an hour and 20 minutes long. I ain't gonna lie, it took a lot for me to sit through the whole video. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about that? Did it take you a lot to sit through the whole video?
You see, I asked you, I was like, is yours glitching? Maybe it was
I know me and her was texting.
Yeah.
Because we were watching the video at the same time from our different locations. We live in different states. She back in my state in Cali, and I'm over here in Houston. So we were watching it like from different time zones, but we were just texting each other back and forth like, yo.
Like I think my phone was getting tired of watching it too, because it was just my phone was like tripping. It was stopping.
I streamed mine on the TV, so I was just like,
I didn't want my kids to hear it because I knew he was like gonna be cussing a lot since it was uncensored. So I put it on my phone. But
yeah, I was just like, yo, this is crazy.
Hey, Queen.
I felt like
did she just say that?
Intense, Darcy.
Let me pause.
I felt like, you know, there was really no accountability.
Did she just say that? Earlier, I heard her say that she was doing some talking to, was it Pharaoh or was it Nature Boy, the one with the hair? She was talking to Pharaoh or Nature Boy?
Pharaoh.
Okay, that's what I thought. And then she started talking about Golden Beauty, and she said her real name on accident.
Chania.
And then, right. And now she just she talked too much. She just told that she from California, where Golden Beauty is from. So she probably know her. That's why she was so freely saying her name like that. Did you get it? Because it just flew out. Yeah, Now she just said she's from California, but she's in Texas now. So she's following them. She might be sitting right in the next room next to girl, these people is so phony.
Mm-hmm. But But both of them was still in love with the low lows.
Yeah, so she's
It
still
was
in
just,
Houston. She might be going over there right now. Ain't no telling. It's gonna come out because
mm-hmm.
as soon as they start talking, Pharaoh start talking. He gonna think they're gonna tell something, so he gonna jump out and do a whole bunch of
He already
talking.
said he was doing a coat and he's gonna make them drink the Kool-Aid. Well, what else more do they need to say? Shit. He bought a land and I think they said he said going he's gonna be nation not I keep trying to tell y'all how y'all didn't you couldn't have known him no 6 years. Cause 6 years you would know his hair's fake. He had dreads, but they don't grow that goddamn fast, that goddamn long.
Mm-mm.
And you would have known when he first came in, he was like 20, like 20. He like 26, 27. So
Yeah, he was. He had a Sandra Bland. Sandra Bland had got killed, and he.
no,
That's
this
how I.
before
That's
that.
how I found who he was because he
Oh,
had put Sandra Bland's picture on his
oh.
profile. I had never watched YouTube before. I was about him. He was the first person I started watching, and then you, and then that was it. I didn't know nobody else, and so I started watching him because I power thing and whatnot. And then he started talking about Sandra Bland and had the Sandra Bland thing. And then I found out that he was a big phony after I was watching the story and stuff. He
Mm-hmm.
wasn't even a part of the story. Like he was trying to make itself seem like he was with the family and he was doing all this stuff. But come to find out, he wasn't even had nothing to do with it. He was perpetrating. I found that all out as soon as I met him. That was it.
I from the first look, that's what I'm saying. She did not know him no 6 years because he's like 27. You didn't know him when he first came on the scene. So when he first came on the scene, Golden wasn't a thought yet. He was still in Buffalo.
Right.
So how did you how did you know him? You did not know him. I think she said 5 or 6 years. Cannot be. It's not possible. Unless you was writing him in jail or something. I don't know.
Well, let me
Or
see.
something. It's a lot that's missing if she knew him that long. So it's a
Yeah.
lot that's missing. And how you know he had more money than Nature Boy? How would you know that? How you know
Mm,
what's in Nature Boy's? Nature Boy ain't got no money. First of all his
mm,
it's his peoples that got all the money. If you know what I mean.
mm-hmm.
Nature Boy ain't got nothing. His people's got the money. He just spends it. Cal and Golden still trying to get some. Now we're gonna finish listening to this because I didn't watch the Tasha K one. There's no, I wouldn't pay Tasha K money for no interview. There's no interview that's that important I will ever pay to see. I don't care who it is.
Mm-mm.
What type of question you could ask them that was never asked before that I would pay $12 to see an interview? Shit.
Mm-mm. He didn't answer. He didn't told us everything we need to know about him.
That go for anybody. I'm not paying $12 to see nobody get an interview. I wouldn't give a goddamn. I wouldn't care. Shit. And he ain't whatever these scam artists didn't tell us. We know anyway. We called it ourselves. So they need to interview us. You think?
Mm.
Boy, say they need to interview us. Shit, they interviewing the wrong people.
And somebody, why my picture is white on the screen on the TV?
I don't know.
I'm a ghost on TV.
Oh no, I still see your box.
Yes, the box is there,
It
but
was a
it's just
lot of blaming of black
That's when you took your
women.
picture out.
But what it did was, which I already knew this. I don't know if a lot of you guys knew
There
this.
you go.
I already knew this because, like I said, I've been on YP for a very long time. So, but it brought to the forefront a lot of his trauma that he has dealt with in regards to women, like women from his past, his mother, not really being there for him. You know what I'm saying? Grandmother issues, auntie issues. So I think that has a lot to do, with the YP that we see today, who is upset. Was there any resolution? No. I think I speak for Sky Divine too when I say I walked away from it like, huh?
5 minutes left. I think it was like
I
5.
think I walked away from it puzzled than a motherfucker because I don't really feel as if Um, there was enough questions asked. I think that, I love Tasha K with all my heart, and
Lies.
I've actually personally spoken with her a few times over, a course of these last few years, and I just feel as if, she could have asked better
Mhm.
questions. She could have did more research, because I don't really think that she did much research on what has been going on with him recently. Like, we didn't really hear anything about the Martina situation. He mentioned Martina. He mentioned, doing the fair ones with Martina. And I think one of the things too that kind of struck a nerve for me is, remember, you guys, I told you too, Sky Divine, like 2 weeks ago, I got a text message from Pharaoh telling me he was gonna throw me an alley oop because I was a real one.
He mentioned that alley oop.
And then he said on there that he's thrown black women the alley oop, and you know what I mean, and they didn't do nothing with it. Young Pharaoh, listen, I have literally been here for 5 years, and I can tell you that man, you know, I wouldn't say he ever threw me an alley oop. I can't say that he did. And the time that he said he was going to throw me the alley oop, he did not come through like he said he was. You feel me? But what I will say that he did do for me, because I'll never discredit anything that he did do for me. Anytime I wanted an interview,
Well,
or
whoopie do.
anytime, I
Whoopie do.
wanted to like start, um, he's the reason why I started my YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta give credit when
No,
credit is
you
due.
don't.
He's the one who had been telling me for years to start my YouTube channel, because I was just going live on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I was just going live on there. I really wasn't even going live on Instagram. So I had a very big following on Facebook for many years, before I decided to, put transition over to YouTube. So I will say that, like, people don't even, they get mad at somebody and they don't want to give somebody the credit. So I will give him the credit, like, yo, he's the reason why I started my YouTube channel. Anytime I wanted an interview, or he gave me an idea about an interview,
Oh
he
my
was very
God.
much
Is she
so
talking
willing to
about
come
Pharaoh?
on to my social
What
media
happened?
platform and
Is she talking about Pharaoh? Who is this
and
broad
do
talking about? I
interviews
know
with
she's
me. And the reason why I got so many of my interviews
trying to
of
make him seem like
people who
he
are
important.
known is because of
Mm-hmm.
YP. Like, I will say that.
He ain't do
I
nothing
can't
for
be
you,
over here trying
and,
to fake the
and you
funk
don't have followers like that. So he ain't do. You did it your damn self.
and lying. But
In their heart. And I mean, when she kept referring to her being a child, it's just like this. When you are raised in the street, right? You have an adult mentality. But if you raised in a home with two parents and this is that and a third, then you're childlike. When you go out the home, you're used to being taken care of. You're used to your steps being laid out for you. You're not used to paying bills, doing things independently. You're not used to that, right? So you being used to taking care of yourself and doing all those things, your mentality is going to be different. Then she get with a dude who basically is fathering her, right? Because you're still doing things that her parents do. You're paying her bills, you're helping her out, you're doing all of this, and then you expect for her to be this grown ass woman. You know what I'm saying? When she trying to figure out what her independence look like. You know what I'm saying? And you not giving it to her by you giving her everything. Bragging about, oh, I paid for her logo. I wouldn't have paid for the shit. If you wasn't gonna let her gain her independence, give her the platform for YouTube, okay. Then say that money you get from there, put that into school if that's what you want to do. That money you get from there, invest in a car if that's what you want to do. Show her how to multiply her own money, but don't give it to her. Because if you're gonna just give it to a person and then treat them like that,
then
I
what was
mean,
the point of you
what was
giving
the
it to
point?
him?
It, who wants that? I don't even
Right.
want it. You know?
What's
Like,
up? How you doing, Africa Black? Peace, peace, peace. Starseed Mentality said, I did see Tasha say because they took his content down, she couldn't generate better questions. And here's why I don't agree with that, Starseed. The reason why I don't agree with that is because, yes, true enough, his content did get taken down. However, if you go on to YouTube right now
Mm-hmm.
and you type his name in, whether you type in acronyms of his name, whether it be YP, whether it be Young Pharaoh, or anything like that, you are going to still receive majority of his content. And
Mm-hmm.
it has been screen recorded. They have made YouTube mixes of it. I mean, the list is endless. I typed out after that. I went onto YouTube, and me and Sky Divine can attest because we both did it. So we went on YouTube and typed in his name, and a whole bunch of stuff came up. So I feel like if you're into journalism, I'm into journalism. That's what I want to do. The same thing that Tasha K is doing is the same thing that I want to do, but on a more conscious, spiritual level. And when you're into journalism and you're interviewing people and things like that, you guys see my interviews. My interviews are very detailed. And that is because I actually dig into the journalism. I am going to go on to Google. I'm going to go on to DuckDuckGo. I'm going to go on to YouTube. I'm going to look up your businesses. Me and Sky Divine done looked up all the businesses. We done did all of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, he ain't lying about all the businesses, y'all. It's a
Yeah.
shame. It don't make no sense, but
All
we
those
did
businesses
do
are
our
registered.
research. They're
Yeah.
all registered. Even the bank, he ain't lying. But even with that being said, I also feel like it proved his point that when he said that his community specifically wasn't checking for him until drama came about, because he
That's
been
a
around
lie.
for 5 years. He been spewing out knowledge on the internet for a
No.
long time.
Lies.
So if you know about
Lies.
these other people in the
Lies.
conscious community,
Lies.
then you should know about Young Pharaoh to some extent. And that's what he was
Mm.
saying. You didn't hear about me until the pandemic. You talking about the pandemic stuff.
Stop, 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 stop. We heard about you since your ass walked on that side of the set. We heard about your ass when you did Little. I'm still mad at what you did to young Marcus. You mad because young Marcus was smarter than you. And
Mhm.
young Marcus had fucking polite lingo, his cadence to the fucking T. I was rooting for young Marcus. You put young Marcus, you made young Marcus so mad, his ass went to college. He went to
Mhm.
college. Now, I'm saying that, I'm joking, but I'm saying that's a good thing. It's really a good thing, but I just made it a joke. He made that
Mhm.
boy so mad, he went and got his a damn degree in a college. But young Marcus was the way to go.
Young
He,
Marcus, young Marcus say, "I make sure they don't beat me ever again. I'm going to school."
because shit, young Marcus just basically all he had to do was sit there. He already absorbed he absorbed plenty of polite. He absorbed that information. He absorbed them big words. He absorbed. This is way before polite was
Oh, I know.
well before the big. That's when he was scamming a little bit, not scamming a lot. He was scamming a little bit. So that's why he took young Marcus down.
Did you
So
see that? I
he
don't know.
wanted young Marcus. He wanted young Marcus spot. But Polite knew something wasn't right. Polite always knew something wasn't right with Pharaoh because he never clicked with Pharaoh. He never clicked with Pharaoh. Never. Sorry, boss lady. Go ahead.
Mm, I was just gonna say,
What you eating?
um, oh, I got me a damn blow pop. Is it?
Enjoy your blow pops. Oh my God. You get caught every time. If it ain't that, it's just soda. Mm-mm-mm.
I done got a whole. I done messed around and went to Sam's Club. Girl got a whole damn box of them. It's
Mm-mm.
100. We got blow pops for the next 3 months.
Yeah, right. Them blow pops be gone.
Oh no, them kids gonna eat that box and blow pops up. But I love Sam's Club. But what I was gonna say is, um, dude, I forgot what I was gonna say. I did. I forgot.
We were talking about polite and young Pharaoh. Tasha K,
Mm-mm.
never spiritual, never. Mm-mm.
Mm. He never could own up to little Marcus, and that was a shame. And then after that, he felt like a little hurt dog, and he was over there crying, making videos about it. I wish y'all could have seen the videos.
I seen
And
him.
then, oh, you seen the video? He was a hurt little puppy when
Yeah, and then Joel. That's when Joel. I'm surprised. Joel is the only one who has not come from the dead. Everybody's came from the dead but Joel. And I know what his bookstore is. I'm like, yo, why everybody else woke up from the dead but you? His name wasn't put into none of this. That is crazy. And that's where all the stuff took place at. And one point, he thought he was the mediator. Oh, Joel, I'm gonna throw your name in. I gotta throw your name in there. See, let the rabbit people get you.
I know, huh? Toy. She said,
I don't
Tasha
know why
K,
she
spiritual, never.
never, never, ever, never, never. Let me get back into this.
because that was the most popular thing. It's drama filled. People who people look up to are being talked about. So people are being attracted to it. But when he posted a video about science and aliens, when he brought up he was abducted by aliens or whatever, that was like, you're crazy. But that just goes to show that he hasn't been being looked at.
That go
You
to
know,
I
show.
understand what you're saying, shadow
No,
laws. Like you
absolutely
might
not.
say knowledge,
It,
girl, please. Um, but the thing about it is, I'm gonna make a point to what she said, but I'm gonna kind of respond to something that Shadow Blog just said. I mean, everybody's, entitled to their own opinion, and we respect that. We respect that over here. But no, like I said, 5 years in, and when I tell you, it's some things that I didn't agree with, but it is a lot of metaphysical things that I know to be true because I've actually been studying it. So
Did she
yes,
say better?
it's a lot of metaphysical knowledge when talking about chakras and when talking about the third eye and talking about your energy fields and things like that, scientific things that Pharaoh did speak on, that a lot of times um show up
it
like
was
they should have. Like
pseudoscience.
I've
It
been
was
into
pseudo.
to several
Hold up. Hold up.
of YP's lectures, like literally physically been there, in Cali and Vegas and all of these different places. And
Mm-hmm.
for all the views that he was getting on, social media, like in the very beginning stages, it would be like sometimes 30 people. It would be like sometimes 100 people. So when he's stating like, his people wasn't really checking for him like that.
No, because he was coming with pseudoscience. Number one, he was coming with pseudoscience. Number two, he has never done a debate. He always ran from a debate. And if he had to debate you, he would do a receipt video about you. So that would make him not debate you. He would come out, he would go find all the dirty news about you instead of debating you. That's why nobody didn't see him in the beginning. Come on, girlfriend.
Um,
We go back a little bit longer than you, okay?
Gina, your skirt is showing. Hey,
Who's skirt
Gina.
is Who's
Gina,
Gina?
the one with all the hair.
Oh, Cat Kalia. Cat Talia, but Gina.
Her skirt. Your skirt. Gina, your skirt is showing. Your
Mm,
slip is showing. Put your slip down. Put your slip up.
they
Put
say
something.
Nicole, you know our chat is corrupted, right? You know they corrupted, right? The aliens kicked him out and sent him back to Earth. No, take his ass back. And we got a couple of other ones you could take with you. Shit. They're acting like this was so deep and important. You got played by a ninja like the best of us. Suck it up. Yeah, like nobody didn't see him. Come on. That man his whole page, what blew his page up was the controversy. Remember when he went and got pulled up Dr. York's stuff. He went in on Dr. York. He got rid of he did everybody he has did something on, because people were thinking that he was, but the fact, what I was trying to tell people, he wasn't doing it because he was trying to help people. He was doing it to get them out the way. But just so happened he couldn't get Nature Boy out the way, because Nature Boy was hopping from country to country, and he didn't have the charm as Nature Nut. But he wanted everybody else out the way. So he was in his mind, I'm gonna be the top dog. I'm gonna be the one everybody with. But at that point, you still a baby. He was doing that. I'm like, come on, you coming against men who was battling, debating before you was born. So they wanted him to go start off with the little battles and see what he could do. Then he could battle the big people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what happened there. But my thing is, that's why I still call him the IG. I still call him the IG, because he went after too many people too fast. And then, I don't know if you've seen, but he has a warrant out for him.
Mm.
The girl said, Goddess said, when he put that bounty on his head, that guy, the wannabe bodyguard, got a police report. Called the police because he was nervous, because for that amount of money he thought people was out to get him. I maybe you must have stepped out for a second, but she said that guy, whatever his name is, Ace. Yeah, he went to the police on him. Mm-hmm. That's in this video right here. Yes, ma'am.
What you say, girl?
Mm-hmm. That what the lady Goddess said. She said, yep, and she showed us the police record and everything. So he haven't shown up. It's a terrorist act or some shit.
Terrorist threat.
Yeah, terrorist threat. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it's called, Queen. Now we ain't watched. I got 2 good videos. I got to tomorrow because I started off late.
Same thing. She Golden Beauty should have put one out. Everybody that he put that money on their head, they should put one out and on him.
Me and Nicole, and it was 2 other people. Tell me we wasn't up at 3:00 in the morning. So I said we just throw any video online, just something, because I gotta keep the videos flowing on here. I gotta keep the videos flowing. And I turn around, Nicole up, and somebody else. I said, "What the hell y'all doing up?" She talking about auntie duties. I'm like, "But it's 3:00 in the morning." I'm like, "What?" Nicole been with me all day. That's my boo for real.
Mm-hmm.
That's my 3. I'm talking about 3. It doesn't matter what coast you on. We still was up 3. It was her 3:00 and my 3:00. I said, God damn. I said, I can't even sneak on here, boy. Say, I can't even sneak on here. They up watching. Oh my God, that was too funny. I was rolling. I said, oh, I see her pop up. I said, I don't know. I've been up since 3:00, and I'm still not tired. I don't know I just don't be tired.
Yeah, that's good. You getting your mojo back.
Yeah. Now sometimes I know I never really been a sleeper anyway. Yeah, I was up at 3 a.m. with a point. I said, what the hell? I'm trying to sneak a video on here, and here she goes. Because I'm like, fuck it, I ain't got nothing else better to do. So even though I put it on tonight, whoever watched them type of videos, they would see it, and it'll come up in the morning. Well, in a couple of more hours, she's right up. But it was good to watch. Dude, I meant to tell you that earlier. That shit was too funny.
I agree with him that his people really wasn't checking for him like that until
absolutely
he
not,
started,
girlfriend.
exposing
I
the
take
deep
you
state
back.
and talking about a lot of these people.
I take you back,
pandemic.
girlfriend. I take you back.
And that's when he got really big, and he got, even more notoriety, and he got huge. So yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with him on that. So I think that the gist of this whole video though, the gist of this whole video, I'm like,
I know
I
I'm
ain't gonna
scared of
like shit
you.
on Tasha K,
I'm scared of you.
but it was whack.
Bad
What
journalism.
what get he whack?
You know,
It was
whack.
what get he whack?
I think yeah, she asked a lot of questions. I would say bad journalism, yes, by not doing her research.
Yeah.
But you didn't do yours neither.
That would be the only part. But as an interviewer, she did an excellent job.
Mm-hmm.
She did an excellent job as an interviewer. She did ask some very tough questions that I feel like a lot of people would never ask. You know,
We wouldn't
he
care.
has taught a lot of people and brought knowledge to people who wouldn't have gotten it elsewhere. And I agree with you, Mermaid Gypsy.
Mermaid need to go back to
our
mermaid
community
school.
is the more concerned with Hollywood, right?
Starsky
He's very
need to go back to
intelligent. He taught me
Starsky
so
school.
much about science that I didn't know.
Nay
Me too.
Schmitty, go
He
back to
taught me a
school
lot
too.
about science, Nay. You
He
know,
was.
sad fact that Starseed, a lot of our community is addicted to
Oh
drama.
my goodness!
That's
I
right.
got to fast forward these lies.
True, that's true.
He started
So
all that shit.
I just didn't feel
All
like
that shit he done started. We gotta take them. I got the. I ain't gonna do it on this video. I will show his first video when they all looked at him like he was crazy. Remember, boss lady? Boss lady, we not doing
Yeah.
this.
the interview you gave me.
I hear you. I just be having to mute the mic. I don't want to be smacking all on the mic.
You sure that's what you smacking on?
Oh, you're funny. You would have no parts of it if that's what.
You can't be doing that while you on your job duty, okay? You got to do that after work.
You would have no clue.
Oh, I ain't gonna say what I was getting ready to say. I'll leave that alone. But I'll probably say it later. But remember when he first came? No, that's the second time his app was on the scene, and he said that dumbass shit, and everybody stopped and was like, "No, no."
When he put $5,000 on the white lady's head, he put $5,000 on his Golden Beauty, his other baby mama, and who else?
And remember when I told you guys his ass still they was arguing me down, talking about I kept saying he still has that, what you call it. And that girl just said it. He is not allowed to have a gun at all. He still is down as a felon. And everybody told me no, he's writing to get it off. I said no. Look at the dates. The dates don't add up yet.
He's still a felon. He's supposed to be felon for like 10 to 15 years or so.
And that's why the guy messed up when he gave Pharaoh the gun, and that's when he put that gun to that girl's head and she pissed his couch. She peed right on herself when he pulled that gun out. And I was trying to tell you guys, no, he's not supposed to have a gun. And he had to ask permission to go to freaking Texas. He's not off yet until a couple of months from now. He might be off now, but I kept saying, look at the date. Now, y'all got a habit of arguing with me, but when somebody else say it, y'all believe them though. But when I say
he's off parole, he still can't have no gun.
Exactly, and they were like, yes. You saw them in the chat. I was like, no, he cannot. He's a felon. And that guy, he know he was a fake ass bodyguard too. It's a fake ass.
Me, like it for like you guys started to see a change in Pharaoh. Like I literally seen a change in his and our relationship as far as friends go. And he got to this place where he felt as if he couldn't even trust me as a woman. And it mostly was with women because you guys can see like where the shift started to slowly take place when he really, started posting more of Ace Heru and started more so gearing towards men or shouting men and having men around him. And that was because he was going through something, of course, in his relationship. and
God
stemmed from
is
things in his
really.
childhood where he felt as if he couldn't trust women. And so now that's what we
I
see,
was
this
about to
lashing
scream.
out of him not trusting
I could
women.
not
Yeah,
listen to
now
her.
he
You know what I
lash out.
mean?
My ass.
You said,
My
Alexis said,
ass.
I'm stuck in
My
a
ass.
subscription to his university. It's
Hey,
giving me scams.
Matrix.
Why is so many people saying that, Alexis? They're saying that they cannot get out of his university. They can't get out of the subscription.
They
Alexis,
cannot.
the best thing you could do, sweetie, is just cancel your card
I told
or
Empress that.
flag it with
Yeah.
PayPal if you got
Mhm.
PayPal,
I told
and you
Empress
can
the
cancel
same
your
thing.
subscription like that.
I
Mermaid
told you
Gift,
I'd
she
do that.
said, fame is a deadly addictive drug. You never really get enough. I think that coupled with a lot of personal things did get to him. You know what I mean? I
Ain't
really
nothing
do.
got to his
And
ass. He was always
they said, and
crazy.
it's crazy because he never put himself in a conscious community. It's definitely spiritual. Yeah, it's a spiritual attack for sure. It's an attack on his mind. It's definitely a spiritual attack. When someone who loved you before the fame
No, you
leaves you,
missed the
it
girl
starts to
telling
make
her
you question
story. You
your
late to
worth. I
class,
think YP
Matrix. You
cracked
late to
under pressure
class.
and reacted
Tell her
like
she
a
late to
child who
class,
would
boss
protect his
lady.
ego. You know what?
They gotta
Yep,
come early
I
to
agree with you. I
class.
think this is like going back to,
I
that
want to get to
theory
my
where
Pastor
they say
P,
like
damn
when
it.
you become
But it got to be a whole nother
when
video.
certain
Shit.
things happen to you that trigger your traumas, you kind of go back into a childlike,
Girl,
state
stop
and
making
start
up
to
for that
be
grown ass
consistently
man.
on the defense, and then you lash out, and
No,
that's when you see the anger and the loudness
it was
and the
always
rage.
there,
Um,
please.
all
It's
they
like you
gotta
give
do
back
is press
that.
I ain't listening to
unsubscribe,
this bullshit.
press unsubscribe on Apple to your settings. Yeah, if you got an Apple phone, yeah, you can unsubscribe there. He needs.
Damn it, I need to get to my Pastor P. That became my boy, boss lady. That became a boy. I can't hear no more of this bull crap.
You can't just go around claiming people.
Who?
Ain't no owls on here. I'm talking to Tony. Who's ooh?
What I mean? Who playing with people? Me?
Oh my goodness,
I know.
Nicole,
I
help me,
had did it.
Nicole.
I had to cancel 2 of my cards that I used on his site because he was billing them all. Wow.
Hmm.
Well, hopefully that is done and over with.
People can't be sending money to those places that he be trying to peddle around.
I got to get to. I'm about sick of this because all this feeding a grown man baby food. I don't like it. I don't like it, especially when he got. Oh, it's all done. I got. Cause I gotta get to my Pastor P. Boss lady now. Gotta get to my Pastor P. So I'll have to close this out and come back in because I don't want to hear no more about Pharaoh for today. We saw the good stuff. Good. I'm going to switch over. We're gonna hear. It's a short video, so I already got it set and ready. So we're gonna watch it. Ain't nothing happened. I'm going to close this out. She said the interview was garbage. It was messy. So now we're supposed to feel sorry for him, and that is not for my ears to hear. I don't care. Hey, that was a whole rhyme. All right, I see you guys on the next video because I can't sleep, so I had another video to go. I had another video to get to. I'm coming right back. Go to the bathroom.